and I tell you, it is going to be verified. So whatever you hear on this platform, we always say this. We are that one platform that I can always say we are immune from so many things. In fact, I've got to that point, I've got to that threshold in my life whereby right now there's nothing that is new for me. In fact, there's nothing I think that's been new for any violence. I think there's nothing new again under the sun for us as pertain where we are right now, so people in the country right now, because it's just like there is no how you can send a violencer out there and you fail, because we have been prepped, we have been ready, we understand where we are right now. In fact, I think we have too much knowledge that we have not even gotten to that point where we know that we're meant to get to. Then when I say, oh, that feeling of euphoria will come, I'm like, we knew that we're going to get there with this particular administration. But before we jump into the conversation today, as I always do, I try to indulge every single of you on the platform. If you're joining us for the first time, you are welcome. It is the Violence Space. Probably you heard about us. Probably you saw somebody schedule the space and you got the name attracted you. You saw Violence Space, what's happening in this space, and you jumped into this place. Probably you're listening to us anonymously. It's your first time. I say you're welcome. If it's your second time, I believe you know what you got the last time, and that's why you're back here again. And if it is your 10th time, you're now a regular. And to all our amazing day one violencers, we have been doing this non-stop for the past 2 years. And for the past 2 years, there's some familiar faces. When I jump into this room, while the music is going on, I just scroll through and I see faces of people that have been here ever since we started this space. It's like drugs to some of you guys, and it's always a pleasure. Many of you have not gotten to speak on this platform. I don't know why. Probably you guys are good at listening. Probably you guys don't know how. I don't want to say some things, but you guys just come in here every single time we open this room, and it is always a pleasure having you guys on the platform. Without you guys, honestly speaking, this space won't go on. We'll just be 2 or 3 people, 4 people in a room tweeting, as they called us. And we are back here. So, guys, I just want to take the next few seconds to indulge every single one of you. I always say this all the time. I feel like when I open the Father's mouth and release the Father's blessings or the curses of the Father upon this generation, it gets so hard and it hits our people. And honestly speaking, I really feel so sad for Nigerians as where we are as a people. So right now, especially Obidients, because I believe this room is one room of well-meaning, sensible Nigerians that gather in this violent space. Even the children of the roasted corn that come here are the ones that they don't know how to tell themselves the truth, but they want to hear the truth. So they always come here, because on this platform, what you get is the undiluted truth. We don't fear, there's no fear, we speak truth to power as it should be. What you not hear on your, probably the only person that brings the kind of vibe we bring on mainstream media on this platform is Arise TV's Rufai. That is the only person that can come at me, I can say, that brings a little bit of the fire that we bring on this platform on the mainstream media, of which it should be a general consensus with the whole media organizations, whereby you have platforms of Nigerians speaking truth to power. Probably Brekete also, where Nigerians can come out and air their views and speak truth to these freaking criminals in power. Because you know what? Those criminals are paid by taxpayers. Those criminals their lifestyle is funded by the daily sweat of everyday Nigerians. And the only way Nigerians can speak out and have their voices heard or relate their pains, all those avenues are blocked. They have no way to say it. So we have created our own little chamber, our own echo chamber, where we come out here and we speak this truth to power, or we come out here and we discuss these issues, because for us it is very, very important. We have these discussions. But for me, I've got to that threshold, honestly speaking, I really, 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 really will not even care, even saying I'm done having spaces. I've got to that space in my mind or in my head that is there any reason why? But when I look back and I know that, and I feel like I know that Nigerians we are at that point in time whereby if people are not speaking, if platforms like this do not exist, honestly speaking, so many people might just die of depression. Many people might just hope is already lost first. These criminals up there will just continue what they are doing, because for us on this platform, if there's one channel, if there's one station, if there's one space that I can bet and guarantee that those freaking criminals listen to, is this space. And Because real Nigerians come out here and just speak truth to power. And that's, for me, that's just the only motivating factor. Sometimes I just come out here and like on Tuesday, yes, I know I was busy, but I just wake up and I'm like, should we continue? Should we continue? Is Nigeria worth dying for? Is Nigeria worth fighting for? There are so many questions that keep coming up in your head and you're asking yourself, because every single day something must happen. And while you're fighting these battles, there are people that are willing to die on that hill of bad governance, that are enjoying. And I encounter these people either by tweet or in comment sections or in other social media handles, and I'm like, or other social media platforms, and I'm like, is this country, where are we heading to? Where are we heading to as a people? Well, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to mourn today. I'm not going to come as usual. Talk truth, speak truth to power, and talk the topics that we have today to discuss and deliberate. If you think there's something more we should add up, please let us know. Well, before I jump in, I want to ask normal, indulge you guys on the platform. Our lenses here. I can see you guys over 300 on the platform. I'm not going to do all those courses and probably blessings. I'll be releasing blessings because courses now is too hard. The amount of course I was released last weekend. Amadio has and go what's this other? All their course bank has been depleted. You guys released all the courses last weekend. Hopefully it begins to take effect immediately. Hopefully, I'm just praying that is there anyhow those courses we released last weekend can start working. So I don't have course. I just have blessings for you guys. I indulge all of you on the platform. Listen to the sound of my voice. Retweet the space. Share the space. Like the space. Just do something to let the whole world know that number one space on X is back and we're up and running. If you haven't done that, no. Tinubu consider for Tinubu. If you have done it, let's get to it. If you have done it, all the things that are following this administration will not see you and your household. He say, if you have not done it, if you have not repeated or shared the space, you're your own. No, I will not cause it's not my mouth to use and say, my phone broke. They stole my this. My this. No. And Nigeria is enough cost on top of our people already. I'm not dropping any cost on top of you. But please, if you share, like, and retweet the space as usual, as we're always on the platform, the Father's blessings follows you. All right. Let's jump into the conversation today. As for me, I saw my big auntie, one of the inspirations of this movement, one that I can really vividly say, I've done things in this house, so people don't understand. One that I can vividly say converted to an obedient from the violent space. Aisha Yusufu. Many people here, you don't know. But this space, violent space, was her transformation. For those that are early violencers, you know what I'm saying. Well, in Nigeria, I know you understand what I'm saying. When we had Aisha Yusufu, she was not an obedient. We violence space made her an obedient. Our Ibrahim, Abdul Karim, violence space made them. One day we'll do a special violence space too for people that violence space impacted their lives, that are today championing this movement. I said this with all sense of gratitude and humility in my heart. I know that we have done our bit. My big sister Aisha Yusufu made a tweet a few days ago, a proud convert of the violence space, and she said, "I cannot be that. Nobody would have expected that Tinubu would be such an epic failure." As I saw that today, I began to laugh. I say, auntie, after we converted you from violent space to become obedient, you stopped coming to school. That you see that's the problem when you go to somewhere, you get knowledge and information. Try and be going back there and be tapping something new might have been coming up. And I say, no, mommy, no, don't say that. Stop it, because I am certain that every violencer that on social media that has been constantly attending service, that have been constantly coming for knowledge updates, can hit their chest and say, I am 100% certain that Tinubu will be a disaster. There's some things that I say here with authoritative. I say I can bet whatever it is that I know that Tinubu's administration will be an epic failure. We read it here with stats, with facts and figures to back it up. We expose this man's all his dealings, his failures in Lagos State. We opened his arms for the world to see. But we are not that. We are not that. Probably our voice is not that much. Because at the end of this whole space, a couple of thousands of people get here and listen. Those that get the knowledge get the knowledge. Those that keep, and I say this all the time. In fact, that is the most painful thing to me in this place. That how I wish conversations we are having here can go. The whole Nigeria is listening to us. How I wish the knowledge we get here, every Nigerian can just get what we get here. It is mind blowing that when I see some people say so, I'm like, there's no how any sensible person would have known what we knew on violence space, what we exposed our people on violence space. I would have said they would have voted for Tinubu or have expected something from Tinubu. In fact, my brother N6, when we used to go on our friend's space then, Old Roger, aka Ayo. When we used to go to Old Roger's space then, we'll be two of us as Valenzas up there challenging like 10 Batidio, and we'll be like eating them up. And he's always used to say something, then he'll be like, well, he always ended his submission with, well, the good thing is that when Buhari goes, all the three contestants, Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, none of them have military background. So they will now, the worst of governance is what we see with Buhari. And when we came to violence space, and we reorientated N6 brain and opened his eyes to see and sent him on research, because that's one of the programs that made N6 go into research. And he started researching this man for himself. He now understood that even that the statement I was making then was fallacious. Tinubu is an epidemic. Tinubu is a pandemonium. He's a disaster. He had nothing. There is nothing to bank on. There's nothing to point out and say, okay, in your personal life as a person, what have you achieved? In your personal life as a person, Tinubu, what did you achieve? Nothing than criminality. As a governor for 8 years in Lagos State, name one thing you did. Nothing than empowering Aberus. No one fiscal, you cannot point to any bridge in 8 years that Tinubu built in Lagos. Not one bridge, not one hospital, not one school did he develop in Lagos in 8 years. We said these things back to back. We said the only good thing this man did that they kept energizing him was he increased IGR. He increased IGR. I was saying to increase IGR is very, very easy. In fact, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can increase IGR. All you need to do is tax people. It's the most easiest part of governance is taxing people. And for you to increase IGR in a system that does not work shows how wicked you are. Because you'll be taxing and you'll be out-taxing and you'll be over-taxing people. Look at him now. And we are now here. It is 9 months plus. And we are seeing firsthand what a disaster and a failure he is. And it is just starting. So for anybody in your mind, you're thinking, I am saying this with my chest. If you like, pray from now till pray. See, don't eat. Pray, soak, fast, dry, do everything that you can do. Tinubu will fail you. Tinubu will fail you. And it is not as if that he will not even try and do something. The problem is that even the foundation on which he stands is rotten. Buhari has gone and Buhari depleted the whole. It's not like when you hear people talking that Buhari kept. I'm seeing some people fighting Senator Shehu signing when he said Buhari left empty this thing. Farah Shekoma said Buhari, it is not a lie. Buhari stole everything. Buhari printed money with his guys and they stole it also. There is nothing. But the problem is that even the man that Buhari left nothing for is a thief. Do you know what it is for a thief? An empty treasury for a thief. Nothing to loot. The thief now devise means of still stealing because the thief knows only how to do one thing, which is to steal. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a thief. That's all he knows how to do, to steal. So if you're expecting anything good from him, he's going to find ways of bringing in things just for him to steal it. That's the only thing they know how to do. So if you're expecting, I'm just saying it for Nigeria to take it to the bank that the next, and I'm saying this because till my prophecy is that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be pursued out of office one way or the other. It's either Nigerians get tired, either Nigerians get so hungry because hunger is coming upon that land, and Nigerians say enough is enough and rise up and do the honorable thing. Or probably some sensible people will do the Niger route, the Burkina Faso route, the Mali route, if you know what I mean. I'll be dropping codes. If you understand what I mean, oh. But one way or the other, I do not see Nigeria surviving 2025, 2020, 2024, 2025, 2026 with this criminal. And the good thing I like about the man is that he knows how to absorb himself from it. He will be flexing. If Nigeria choose to survive it, though, me, I don't have any problem. Oh, if people can survive it, but if we will see the height of hunger, if we think Venezuela is a joke, it will happen before our eyes. And if you don't understand Venezuela, please, if we have taught our Vanessas anything on this platform, is the power of research. Know how to research for yourselves. Just Google Venezuela. Venezuela are very, 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 very rich in the same scenario of Nigeria. Oil, they get them in abundance. I think they have more oil than we have. I even think they have functioning refineries that we do not have. Please Google Venezuela and see the economy of Venezuela. Go and see. When I was saying that, a time will come, you will carry you to buy a bag of rice. You carry like 300,000 naira. People were saying, how? When I said 300,000 naira for a bag of rice was like 40,000 naira. It is now close to 100K. If bag of rice is 100,000 naira, it is closer to 300,000 naira than it coming down to 50,000 naira. And it will happen. Forget all these manipulations you're seeing with dollar falling. No. All these ones are temporal. It is temporal fix because for criminals, the only way they know how to fight the economy is criminal ways. Vis-a-vis what they have done with Binance now. No. Forget all these ones. This is just quick fix. They're finding ways. When they're done with this, their madness, the reality of Nigerian economy will hit us. And we'll be here. And as a violencer, you remember, you heard this on the violence page. So prepare yourselves. So they don't be like the 5 foolish virgins in the Bible, if you know what I mean. I'm going to jump to APC versus Binance because that is part of what I just discussed right now. And go straight again, and I'll wrap up my submission with Obidients in Edo. People have been disturbing me, yo. In fact, I got a proposal to host the PDP guy, Igodalo. I mean, what they call it, Igodalo guy. And I'm not going to come out here and say I've heard very good remarks of the man. I've heard great things about the man. I'll not come out here and come and do like, oh, party person. No. I'm going to speak as a person, and these are my opinions. I was almost going to host him on the space, even before the ALP primaries came out. But on the second thought, I was like, no, let me see how LP plays out first. And that was when I was getting infillers about the whole craziness going on with Aburi and everything. And then I was like, I made some tweets then, and I was like, LP are really going somewhere that I did not understand. But at the turn of events, we are seeing how things are working so fast, and LP came out with a very good candidate. A very good candidate. I cannot vouch for him. I think his resume speaks for him. His personality speaks for him also. And I don't know Edo State well. I will not come up and jump into what I don't know. I'm just going to speak for my own position as an Obidient, as someone that wants good governance for Nigeria, that cuts across any region. I will just ask our people here questions, and I will say, look at LP as a party. Despite the problems they have, despite the issues that are inbound, but like is in every other party. If you want to speak about good governance in Nigeria now, today, as it speaks, There is only one party, only one state LP is controlling. But the whole satellite of the world of Nigeria are on that state. And not for bad reasons, for a good reason. The people that are bragging and are happy today, testifying, oh, we are enjoying the benefit of governance, is an LP state. I'm seeing these things as a person, and I'm wondering if I am an Edolite that have stayed. Edo is like Abia State. Let me come there again now. Like Abia State. When it comes to the politics there, Abia had been under bondage for 24 years with the PDP government. 24 years of bondage of Abia State under PDP. Excuse me. And they fought, and we fought, and we enthroned LP there. And in the space of 9 months, while other states are complaining and crying, a state that have been in bondage, indebted into trillions of naira. We are witnessing road constructions, rehabilitations of schools. We are seeing hospitals being rehabilitated. We are seeing the benefits of democracy in Abia State. I'm saying this as in we are seeing, and I wish I'm going to find a couple of our spaces when we talked about OT. Like, I think when they swore them in, and I said, in 1 year time, I made that statement on this, but I said, in 1 year time, look at Abia and look at every other state. Abia will be the talked about state. I made that statement on the violence space. I don't know if you guys can remember. It is to predict governance in Nigeria is not hard. It is not rocket science. When you see people that want to work, when you see people that understand what governance is, that's about the people you will know. And today now, Abia's people are celebrating. My big sister, I know she's on the space now. She called me and said, Saddam, I want to invest. She's a Yoruba lady, by the way. She said, Saddam, I want to invest in Abia State. I've sent my PA. He's in Nigeria. I've sent him to go there and this is. I'm investing in Abia. I'm going to take my money to Ghana. Can you please help me and find realtors? And I'm like, sis, no wahala. People are taking their money. It is not rocket science. So she might set up one little factory there now that will employ 50 people. 50 people are out of poverty. Companies will rush there. Because what companies need to thrive in Nigeria are just basic things. And so for me as an Edolite, and as I'm speaking like if I were an Edolite and I'm looking at all the PDP don't have governor in PDP don't have a governor in close states in the South. What are their performances in these past 9 months? What is the antecedent of PDP? We know PDP as a party that they are in fact, as it stands now, there's no PDP is now PD APC as it stands today. So why it is important you're looking at the candidate itself, it's also very important you look at the vehicle that is taking that candidate to power. Alex Otti has no godfather. Peter Obi will not call Alex Otti to put and say, if you don't give my company this thing, your second term is not guaranteed. If you don't give me contracts, or Alex Otti, I'm sending Saddam over to you, give Saddam a job. He will not. This is not how we operate. But you know, with PDP, with APC, that's what you will get. When they're flying out of the country, they take their children in ESTA codes. You know, this is the kind of politics they play. So I'm just saying that my own point of view, because I'm seeing, and I've reached so many Obidients have reached out to me. It's just, I don't know what they call it, say justice, fairness, and equity. I don't know what they call it in Edo State. Well, you're an Edo person, so I will really want to hear your views about this Edo I think, and I say that Edo is the headquarters of the Obidient movement. Edo State is that state whereby we saw if P2B taught Edo, if P2B taught other cities, P2B taught Edo State, and we saw the love that state gave him. LP has been entrenched in that state. And LP did not bring out a candidate that cannot stand on his own in that state. I honestly believe that the candidate of LP in that state is someone that will, for the benefit of fact that he's under LP alone, know that he's going to be scrutinized. I will not understand if we cannot learn from our lessons. We lost Enugu because of the actions of some Obidients. Even though we know that Enugu, we won the election, it was rigged and stolen. But it would have been glaring. But so many Obidients come in and say, Obidients for this one, Obidients for Mba. Obidients for Mba now. Can you call Mba and hold Mba responsible for the nonsense that didn't happen in Enugu State? No. Mba is not indebted to you. Just my 2 cents though. But I'd love to hear you guys' views on this particular stuff. I really want to know. I think we cannot divide this ship as we go into Edo. We have to be united in a united front. We're not going to force anybody. We're united. Obedience is a headless mob. Finally, everybody get their own direction how they think. But for some of us that really believe in principles, I really think we have to join hands together and support the candidate. And look at what OT is doing. I cannot wait for Anambra State, my elections to come. So that make Anambra election come. I call you say obedient for PDP, obedient for APC. I don't want to start for this one because that's not my state. Allah, why so we go fight. We will fight. LP must win Anambra State come next year. Must. Anything we go do, we go do them. Anything we go do, we go do them. But we need to understand that to get power or to get serious, to get ourselves serious in the conversations, we have to start entrenching our people as governors in states and start showing Nigerians to understand that, look at OT. OT is the only standard government that six governors in the states. If LP can do it in one state, and probably we get Edo State this year, and this man in the space of 6 months start putting Edo right, it will now be an enticing, it will be an enticing aroma to other states. Say, oh, man, see what LP is doing in these 2 states. So why can't our state be different? Why can't our state be LP? It is very, very, very important to understand these things, my people. Welcome to the Violence Space. Well, Njenje, let me pass the mic over to you right now. I really want to hear people's views. I know those issue is somehow, but please, let's have a discussion today. Guys, welcome to the Violence Space. Please share the space, retweet the space. Let's get our people into the conversation. Let's have an amazing space today. Good evening.
All right. So good evening. Good evening, Emir Saddam. Good evening, everybody on the space. I can see a couple of persons, starting from Mommy B. I can see Jimmy. I know Jimmy is most likely busy, so I'm sure if at some point he's able to join, he'll join. I can see Tommy. It's been a long time. I can see Mazi. Is he okay? I can see you. That's Njenje. I can see Auntie Anka.
Yeah, big shout out to Njenje. This place is streaming live on Njenje too, guys, please.
Yeah. So check out that if Violence Space YouTube is not catching you. You could also use Njenje. I know a lot of you are subscribed to Njenje. All right. I can see so many people. Mega X, Mary White, Kola D, Olawaski. Why does it feel like it's been long? I saw Olawaski. I can see Dr. Olu. I can see our brother Obi King. Jerry N. Eze, Fair to Semu, General Ernest Eige. That's like so cool. I can see Jamin. I can see you. I can see Icon Uzo, TK. So many people. If I didn't call your name, shall I just know that I couldn't There are so many people, of course. I can see Dr. Bankole actually. I can see Integrity, Maureen, everybody on the space. So many people. I think I'll scroll like way down. So there's some people that you probably never call. All right, I can see Esther Joseph, Tobena, Ike Naufili, Chima, Zizi, and so many other persons. So, everybody, welcome to the space. Welcome, and welcome again. In the words of Real Ever Best, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are spacing from. Okay, so very interesting topics we have today. I will also advise if you intend to speak, it's actually okay. Inem, I can see you. I don't. For those of you that like peanuts, I think you should reach out to Inem. All right, like I was saying, interesting topics we have today. On Tuesday, we weren't able to make it, and I think Saddam have emphasized so many times that there may be a lot of that. Okay, maybe not a lot, but of course, trust that if there's a chance, if it's possible. So just know that if our Holy Spirit does not hold you, just know it was extremely impossible. Because if there's any slight possibility, then it will be able to. We will always be around here. We have to keep this conversation going, not just for fun, not for it's not for engagement, it's not for anything. Can see yourself. My premium subscription I don't cancel since. Saddam, because this said I noticed Saddam said, like, you don't cancel your this. Sometimes when I want to tweet long tweets.
No, my boy, I don't cancel my own. No.
Which happened?
They don't report my account since last year, December. This my account don't have serious attack. Oh. I know they don't give me back my blue tick, and I pay. I don't pay 1 year already. Keep things. They never give me back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I swear, I don't know what to do with Elon Musk. I'm just being. That's why I don't tweet much again. I just respect myself.
Really? I mean, mine. I had cancelled mine because I wanted to change country, but at some point I was like, when I couldn't do it, I wanted to subscribe. I was like, I need to do that with you one day. I beg, Elon Musk should get out. Anyway, but back to the conversation. Please, if you are just joining, you probably just joined at this particular time. We're about 577 people, and the number of retweets is like 112 quote retweets. Okay, altogether, let's say about 120. That's about 570 people, 120. That is about, we have about 450 people each in this room right now, and even more. 450 people. Wow, that's like 80% of this room that has not retweeted the space. But I'm just going to assume you forgot. So please go ahead and retweet the space. Like I always say, it's really just to get people in here to keep this conversation going. There's a lot to distract everybody out there. So it's usually good to keep this conversation going, renew people's mind about where we are as a country. So please retweet the space. If you don't like it on your timeline after the space, feel free to go and, don't worry, you can go and retweet it or repost. Sorry. Like you can go and take it out back. If you like your timeline, maybe you feel like, oh, I don't like my timeline to be rowdy. But if you are here, it doesn't cost you much. It's actually free. It doesn't cost you anything. Post the space so that we can get so many of our Obidients that are roaming the streets, not knowing where to go. We can get them to join the conversation. Okay, so I'll do like my usual feedback. So I know a lot has been happening in the timeline. I've been somewhat busy, but I've been able to follow what has been happening. So I know, and I saw it, I'm just laughing. And because I don't want it to look like, so a lot of us here, I can speak for myself, yeah. We are here because we mean well for Nigeria, not really because some of us, can probably do totally okay and just forget Nigeria, maybe focus on our families at best and just keep going. But because we know the potential that Nigeria has as a country, and it's a country that, when you look at Nigeria from, I don't know how people look at Nigeria, but if you really look at Nigeria from, my kind of eyes, I see Nigeria as a country that if we get it's when, I don't know if you've ever been in this situation where everything is like in place, but it looks as if it's not going to yield results. You just need one little thing to, like, it's just only one thing that is not in place, and once you put it in place, the result you are going to yield will be, be enormous. That's how I see Nigeria. I see Nigeria as a country of extremely huge potentials. I tell people, both Nigerians and non-Nigeria, that on a normal day, hopefully when we get leadership right as a country, Nigeria is going to be a country that, I don't know if you know what it means to be the most populous black nation. Nigeria will be like the representative of the black race all over the world. As in, Nigeria will be a country where if the world powers want to negotiate, if Nigeria has not given a go-ahead as a representative of the black race in the world, it's not going to move. That's so sometimes I just look at the kind of things we go after in Nigeria, and I'll just laugh. I'll just, like, I see the very annoying level of mediocrity. We celebrate very annoying things, and I'm like, I really wish we know what's at stake. So, of course, a lot has been happening in the past couple of days. As of last time we had violence space, yeah. Even as of then, the dollar was already going down, because if you remember, the dollar almost got to, was it almost, or it did get to 2,000 naira. Then, some magic happened and it came to 1,789. The last time we spoke on violence space, which was last week Thursday. Then, as of Tuesday, we didn't have violence space, right? But as of that day, it was 1,618. So it has dropped by, a couple of 150 naira. I wish I can say commendably so. Like, I pretend sometimes to be happy, actually, or rather, like, to be happy that the figures are going down. It's just that I think I know a little bit too much to allow a madman, that someone dressed in suits, to excite me. Like, if you dress a madman, like, I know someone is a madman, then they take the person into a room and dress him in suits, didn't treat him, then they bring him out, and I'm going to be like, wow, you look so good. Wow, but when I still know you're still a madman, it's very uncomfortable for me to commend you on that. Then, funny enough, as of yesterday, it was actually 1,000. I mean, like I said, I usually use Naira rates. As of yesterday, it was 1,463. As of yesterday. Then, today, it went up again to 1,579. That means it increased between yesterday and today by roughly about 110 naira. If you've been on violence space for some time, I used to say one thing. I say, the only thing more dangerous than a currency that is losing value so fast is a currency that is unstable. The only thing more dangerous than a currency that is losing value so fast is a currency that is unstable. So if your currency, sometimes it's even better, I mean, not better, but if it's at the risk, or if it's at, you have to sacrifice that for the risk of having an unstable currency, it's almost better to have a currency that the value is very low, but it's stagnant, right? If we know that, Naira is 1.5, it's just on 1.5. Everybody. So if I'm going to invest in Nigeria, I know that if I'm taking my dollar to Nigeria today as 1.5, and I want to take my return next month, next 2 months, next year, I'm still taking it out as 1.5. I'll feel more comfortable than, imagine if I think, if I take my money to Nigeria now to invest, and I'm talking from an investor perspective, and I put it today when it's 1,400 and something. I mean, I feel like, that's low currency, right? That's low value. That's okay compared to 2,000. Then I want to take it out tomorrow. It's already jumped by 110, and I'm going to lose. So nobody goes to an unstable environment. That's even like the first problem. Then usually when we talk about the currency, right? I know we talk about it from the perspective of figures. That's why I said, when I look at this current reduction from the perspective of just figures, I actually feel excited for Nigeria as a country. Nothing has nothing to do with APC. I feel like, oh, at least, the numbers were beginning to be too high. Like 2000 is so disturbing. Yeah, it's coming down now. But that's not the real implication. The truth is that if the dollar is going to be 20,000 to $1, but it doesn't affect, of course, it's not impossible. I'm just saying, but it doesn't affect the price of commodities. I will not care about what am I using? I will not care about dollar. So my point is that it's not really about the figures. And I feel like we are going to a very dicey place. So what APC has successfully done, what they are trying to do, right? And I'm going to create a picture. Sorry, probably might be disgusting. Maybe not for people that watch horror movies. Just imagine you have like what we call soccer away in Nigeria, right? The pit where all the things you put in your toilet goes to. And so this soccer away is like not like it's old looking, and it has holes all over, so it's everywhere around the soccer away is stinking. So what APC is doing is, picture that as what the economy of Nigeria is. What APC has done is, since APC wants to beautify the soccer away, so they go ahead and carry a wrap and use it to spread all over the soccer away. So nobody sees that the soccer away is dirty, but that doesn't stop the smell. And the real problem is the smell. So the point is that they are using different methods to manipulate the currency, right? Or demanipulate it if they think that's what they're doing, and reducing the figures. But because it is not the right way, it is not it's not going to affect the price of commodities, which for me, I feel like it's even worse. It's kind of even worse, because if you want to, let's say you're in diaspora, you want to send money to your people, the value of the money, like what they trade it for, is now lower, and they say, oh, thank God, it's no longer high. But what they can use it to buy is still very high. It's like double trouble. So for me, it's really a dangerous place we are in, and I really hope, for the sake of Nigerians, I'm not interested in whatever APC tends to benefit from it. For the sake of Nigerians, that maybe God or something just comes to our rescue and we get this fixed. Of course, that is equivalent to Tinubu being a failure, so I won't dwell on what and that's also relating to the whole Binance thing. But my analysis of the Sokaway thing was relating to the Binance thing. So they are trying to do everything possible. They go for Bureau de change. They go for they've gone for Binance. I mean, from a technical point of view, I don't really have, how I put it now. The way they went after Binance is, what is my problem? It kills investment. I don't even know what APC is doing. I mean, there are so many ways you can do that if you really want to do it, and it will not be a problem. So I'm not going to come here and be like, oh. So it's not that. My point is, even when APC is trying so hard, they still fail. That's the problem. They still fail even when they are trying so hard. And that's what happened yesterday. I don't know. One of the best ways to think about it is to think about it from the perspective of an investor, and not as an investor that is not in Nigeria. Even if you think about it about an investor that is in Nigeria, say. So you can imagine how Nigeria as a country deals with people who invest or do anything in their country, whether or not they are doing something illegal, is to clamp on them and detain them and seize their passports. I don't know if you would want to come and invest as a Nigerian. I'm not talking about a foreign person would want to come and invest. What Nigeria is doing to Binance now, Binance has also had an issue with the US, but the US not go all of a sudden and looking for them, clamping them down, and especially when they even came to you to talk about the issue, then you clamp them down and all that. It just shows you how daft this APC set of people are. And I really just hope Nigeria comes to the rescue of Nigerians. I really hope Nigerians come to the rescue of Nigeria as a country. For Edo State, okay. So I'm going to talk about Edo State like this. So I'm going to be pretty straightforward. I'm not going to come and pretend to you and say, oh, I'm obedient automatically. Whoever it is, I'm good to go. So believe me, I'm not going to do that. But it's fine. Like today's space, you could come and give your opinion. For me, and I've had this conversation with a couple of people, as it stands today, right? Of course, my natural leanings is already towards Labour Party. Not for Labour Party in itself, but for Peter Obi. In the last place, I said, I really wish Labour Party would have a good candidate. And apparently we have now, a good candidate, or they have a good candidate anyway. And why I like anything that is linked to Peter Obi is that I feel like if you have someone that is close to Peter Obi in the terms of affair within your immediate, although apparently it has proven abortive, especially when you think about House of Reps and those other guys. But at least for a governor, at least OT is a good example. But there's a lot that has to play. That's why personally, people that have asked me, oh, where are you supporting? And if you even notice my TL, aside not having a lot of time to tweet, but I'm not even enthusiastic. I think the only thing I was enthusiastic about is first of all, the fact that I know APC. I've said it so many times. Even if APC bring Jesus Christ as their candidate, APC can never take power in Edo State for their demonic nature, not for their greedy or anything, just for their demonic and terroristic nature. But for what we have now, right, and I said this during the last space, is why we also advise a couple, to an extent, caution in how people are going to take the Edo State election. Because if you don't tread carefully, you might end up causing, how will I put it now? You might end up causing some kind of division within the Obidients, not Labour Party, I mean within the Obidients. I said this during the last violence piece, that a good percentage of the Obidients in Edo, not majority of course, but at least a fairly okay percentage of the Obidients in Edo were already PDP members. So whatever you are seeing online now, I don't want you to think, oh, because you see someone that is supporting a PDP candidate, it means this person, of course, there are people that will be paid. Please, let's not take away influencers' work from influencers. There are people that are influencers, it's their work, they get paid for it. Except you want to pay them, they leave them to do their influencing. But you might see some people that maybe don't look influencer-ish to you, and they support this candidate. Don't see it as, oh, it means they are not obedient, or it means they are not wise, they don't have sense. I think that's my only, what I'm uncomfortable with how, from both areas, like, people that are pro LP and people that are pro PDP for different reasons, that some are kind of funny. I agree with the fact that PDP has, like, I think it's Precious that said it on a recent video. Is it Precious? Somebody said it recently, Shabo. I think PDP doesn't deserve to be rewarded because they failed. So I have that problem with PDP. But I also don't want that problem with PDP to kind of blind me, personal, and this is my very personal point of view, blind me towards, to now become a party person, to now say, oh, all of a sudden, because it's LP, then my party is my party and all that. So the reason I will support LP will not be because I don't have, like, I hate PDP, or how would I put it now, because, or for some reason, or because rather I like PDP. So point is, Edo State is a very dicey situation. People that are saying, I've seen some people just say, oh, don't worry about zoning, doesn't matter. That would be totally not right. I'm from Edo South. I'm from Ego to around local government. My senatorial district have been, so I totally should be fine with this normally if I wanted to be a bigot, right? But Edo people, we are not like that. We understand that fact of equity, fairness, and justice and all that. So people that have that school of thought are not entirely out of place. So I don't want us to make them look like they are entirely out of place. Instead, what we can do is to make them see the relevance of competence compared to zoning and every other thing that comes with it. Let's not play it down. Let's not say, oh, it doesn't matter. Like, we don't care. Oh, it's just Labour Party. That's what I personally will not do. Because it's a real thing. The Edo Central Senatorial District have not produced a governor since 1999. It is real. I think they've not even produced a deputy governor. But I'm hoping this time that should be the very least. It's why for me, I've not made any permanent decision. I told some people that for me as a person, and I only have one vote, and maybe the vote of my family members. As a person, I'm going to wait first for so many things. I'm going to wait first, number one. By the time I will see their running mates, that will be the first, like one step. The primary was one step, but by the time I see their running mate, that would be another step for me personally. Then after that, I would now want to know, I want to hear them, like, of course, when I say them now, I mean the ones that everybody's favoring, of course, Labour Party and, the PDP candidate. Saddam, you're very wrong. Actually, I've followed that PDP candidate's profile. As a matter of fact, I said it some time back. I said, I was going to tell him when he came to FSP the other day, he's actually using Peter Obi's playbook, totally. So, but that even scares me. All these technocrats, like that's how Obaseki was. That's how they said, oh, Obaseki this and that, heaven and earth and this. That's why there was a day I tweeted that Obaseki gave me PTSD. So now, even if somebody is too competent, like it even scares me. Like if somebody is too not competent, if somebody's profile is too dope, I'm not looking for a dope profile in Edo State. Actually, I think I'm looking for character. We've had dope profile. Obaseki's profile was so dope. So apparently, they are both competent. What I am looking for is character, which is what I feel like in the coming days, or by the time they start to speak, I've not heard, apart from all they say about Lumi, I've not heard them speak so much. By the time they start to speak, they start to answer Rufai's question, tough ones. If we're able to get them on spaces, we ask them some tough questions, then for me, that's when I'll know, where I personally my stand would be. But of course, like I said, naturally, by default, if the election were to happen today and I was to vote blindly, LP is my guy. So, but it's not a decision for me that is as easy as that. A lot has to go in. So that's how I would best analyze this.
All right. Welvin, are you there?
Guys, whether you are obedient that is pro equity and justice, or whether you are obedient that is pro LP top to bottom, whatever you are, do it with caution. What we cannot afford in the movement, the obedient movement, is unnecessary division and distraction. If you do not agree with the person, just say, I do not agree with you. I don't agree that equity, whatever, plays a role. We have a competent person. PDP has been a bad party. They've ruled. Bring solid points. Don't go after the person for any reason. That's my advice. You are not obliged to take it. All right. On that note, Saddam, hand over to you. Except maybe.
Yeah, I think you continue. I just want to chip in and 2 cents just what you say right now. Honestly speaking, I think we should learn. We are also learning as human beings. We should also learn to cohabit with our people that have divergent views. I really wanted to hear your opinion, and I think your opinion is very, 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 very factual. Even though me, as it stands out like this now, there's nothing I want to see or hear or no. I will support Olumide Apata till the very end. That is me. But at the same time, I will not downplay people that will come out and tell me, but Saddam, see, this part of Edo State have not ruled before. this. I should be able. It shouldn't be like you just brush their feelings or brush what they are saying. It is valid also. It is valid. It is a very valid conversation that we should have. Do not brush them out. Explain to them to understand. See reasons why we should have LP at the helms of affairs in Edo State. You can show them. Look at Abia State. God knows, as I am now like this, I cannot wait for Anambra elections. I cannot wait for Anambra elections. I will do everything in my power. I will campaign. I don't get candidate already. Val Ozigbo is the next governor of Anambra State. I'm saying it now from now. So if you like, go and do anything people want to do anyway, you want to do anything, do. Val Ozigbo is the next governor of Anambra State. Anything people want to do, enter any party and come. We will go fight them to the very end. So do this a one-term governor. I don't care how it is because I am seeing what Abia State is seeing, and I am jealous. If you're not jealous of good governance, I am jealous. I want Abia in Anambra now. This is the point you should stand on when you're preaching to your fellow Edolites to make you understand and see reasons why they should leave and follow the Labour way. Labour is showing working. It is not about that. Who is talking of where Alex is from in Anambra, in Abia State? Who is saying the zone he's from? Who is saying whether he's from Abia North or Abia South or Abia Central? Abia? Who is saying all those bullshit now? They are all benefiting from good governance. Every part of Abia State, nobody freaking cares where it's from. That is what good governance gives you. So by the time we can have another replica of that in Edo State and Edo South, I don't know if it's Edo Central have not gotten power or anything. They begin to see good governance. They will forget that their son have not been in power before. It is just these are not rocket science. I just hope we understand that. So please don't go bashing people that come out and tell you about we want justice, equity, and fairness. It is valid. But let them understand that what trumps justice, equity, and fairness is good governance. All right, well, let's circle back to you. Let's have this conversation, guys.
Yeah, I actually like the way you put that. What trumps equity, justice, and fairness is good governance. Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Quickly, we'll just start, of course, with Mommy B. After Mommy B, I'll come to Mr. Steve. Then we'll take it from there.
Sorry, you caught me just as I was eating a piece of yam. But it has gone down.
Oh yeah, bring my share. As now that I know, I cannot know. I wait to see the chop.
Yam,
You're eating on that Tinubu regime. Where you see yam chop?
You think I know the girl yam? And the girls, between Kayla and Simi, they made this egg, Hey! They made me remember my mom's cooking today. Anybody will want vex. Anyway, good evening, everyone from my side. I hope you're all doing okay. Wow, another week has gone. I mean, Nigeria, every hour, one story go blow, You know, you get to that point where, right, you kind of wake up ready for what else is going to come out of Nigeria. Anyway, that's the thing said. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'm in Nigeria. Good evening, and everyone else on the space. Wow. I feel like I could pass this my turn. No, I finished my app. But anyway,
oh, yeah, Mommy B, stop
let me talk real quick. Is the last kind of slices left. So APC versus Binance. You know what? I just saw it, and I was like, when Peter Obi was saying that, you know, the rule of law, what effect it has. I tell you something, no investor is coming. No investor is coming because in other countries, they would have investigated before they arrest. They would have had something. This one that they're using Naira to speculate, they want to bring it down by fire by force without taking into consideration the supply and demand issues, without taking into consideration the fact that they export anything. And we are a nation that imports absolutely almost everything, right? And considering everything else, you want to force it down. I was listening to one minute in Nigeria, and I was like, over the last couple of days, the naira against pound rate, when it was going down. So by yesterday, it was like 1,800. But as at this moment, as I speak, yeah, it's gone back up to 1,900, because you cannot. In fact, they're doing more damage, like women Nigeria said, because as an investor, right, if I'm putting a certain amount of money in based on the value of the naira and what have you, and it's going up and down, and I'm seeing my investments going up and down, like cryptocurrency. You get to a point where you will say to yourself, it's not even worth it, right? There is not an enabling environment in Nigeria, as it were. Well, I say that because the ease of doing business in Abia State, go and invest. You have naira, go and invest. Yeah, but generally speaking, the ease of doing business in Nigeria is literally in the toilet, because the rule of law, no, they respect them. You want your currency that they have predicted will even go worsen by about 35%, right? And you want to manipulate the market, the very thing you're accusing people of, right? You are addressing the symptoms without tackling the cause. That is madness. But then what do we expect from this government that has no idea how to do anything? Cardi B. Is Cardi B an economist? Does he have a clue? No. No. Which is why every day, no thing from CBN. And I'm like, these people are not even serious. They are not even serious. And while this is going on, people have to continue to suffer. Right. And it's a shame. I mean, fine, we expected this. If anybody did not, who has been a violencer and tells me that I wasn't expected to be this bad, you were not listening. You were not listening while it was, facts and figures were being set out, right? A whole lot of information and we knew they have no. I mean, it's like they said he was bringing technocrats. He bought his what is it? His Alibaba, the 40 thieves. He bought them with him. Everyone in his government has some kind of stain of corruption, and you're expecting them to they're not there in the interest of making Nigeria good. They want to rule with propaganda, and it's not working. Right. So I'm expecting the naira to be going up and down like a yo-yo until it finds its level, and whether they like it or not, that level is not below 1,500 to $1. It is not. If they might manipulate and it goes down a bit, it should straight back up, right? Because people will hold on to their supply. If they got it, they will do what we do when cryptocurrency, they say buy the dip. They to buy the dip and hold on to it. So it's like, who wants to go into business and not make money, right? But tackle the root cause, and maybe then we'll have peace. The don't thing, I have been looking and I've seen influencers, I've seen people talk about it, his CV, his this. But I think one person, I can't remember who made that comment where they were like, have you seen his CV? And the person answered, yes, just like we saw Soludo's CV. So Soludo's CV is looking beautiful, but people, Anambra, is it performing? Not be long letter, the man they write, he's not doing anything. Somebody posted something about him signing an MOU a while ago with that Ofo, Emeka Ofo guy and whatever, and people are celebrating it till now. What has it yielded? Right? Do you have electricity in Anambra? Is it not the same intermittent, power cuts that everyone else is experiencing, apart from those local governments in Aba now? Is it not the same? right? It's like sometimes I wonder whether we reflect as Obidients, right? Because guess what? One of the things that we all identified, right? Forget the fact that APC rigged us in places. PDP also rigged. We always seem to forget that fact, right? And they were able to do so because they had those governors, right? So are you telling me, right, that you're obedient, right, and you're not seeing the bigger picture? Because at the end of the day, if you have somebody who Peter Obi self can pull and say, "Wow, Benny, what are you doing?" Right? Then I don't understand your point. I get this particular zone has not had a governor, blah blah, but that's giving me a Milocon vibes, right? And that doesn't guarantee. I mean, if the party itself that has been in power for longest time in the state was not able, right, to bring you the dividends of good governance, right? So what's the guarantee that the person that you're saying has a superior CV and comes from the right zone, right, will give it to you? What is going to make him give it to you when he's a stooge of the person who is there? I mean, did you not see the news? Him going to Wike, Obaseki going to Wike to help him. Do you know what that actually means? It means that by fire, by force, right? They will rig, they'll do whatever, right? And at the end of the day, Wike wants to be collecting money. That's the same thing. Obaseki will do the same. You're back to godfatherism, and I don't know why people are not seeing it. I get that we all want to feel like, we have had our chance, right? But you need to look at the bigger picture. I'm not fighting any obedience. I've seen some and I'll be like, really? But one of our brothers, I've forgotten his name now. I just as the space was started, he said something about Awolowo when he died, them saying um that he was the best president that we never had. Hey, I'm begging you people, do not let Peter Obi's matter be like that. If the man decides to contest again, he needs the support. Edo State is Peter Obi, it is Obedient movement. And at the moment, the man is saying, I am not going anywhere, I'm staying with this party, right? And therefore, if he's not going anywhere and we can convince him to try again, we need, look at Abia State, for God's sakes. Myself, that I am from Lagos, I'm just looking at all of them and the curses. In fact, I will do my own Lagos State curse day, where I will curse Sanwo-Olu and everyone else of them, because Lagos State is not getting the dividends of good governance, right? You cannot make that mistake. The PDP has failed in Edo State. If you can't see it, I don't know what else to say to you. But make me they see. But me, I know. If it is money or if it is with my mouth, I will support Akbata with all I have, because I know that Peter Obi needs more people in government, and I'm hoping that by the time Anambra comes around, you won't come and tell me that somebody else has a better CV, because I know we'll agree. Anyway, I've said my own. I know some people will tell me to mind my business, but hey, no, I yield.
All right, thank you very much, Mommy B. I don't know. We tell you to mind your business. So this is your business. I was just thinking while you were speaking. Peter Obi talks about that 5 or sometimes 4 C's, and that 4 C is character, competence, capacity, compassion. Right? He puts it like that. Sometimes he says conscience. So capacity and competence is what makes you able to do the work. But character, compassion, and maybe conscience is actually what makes you willing to do the work. it's why, like you said, I totally agree with you. I'm not doing. I don't think I want to put. If I realize if I want to look at the CV, the CV too sweet, self, it invests me. I think what I do statement is actually character, compassion, and conscience. I mean, we have everybody can say there's CV everywhere. Anyway, let's quickly take Mr. Steve, and after which I'll come to Big Mac. I can see. Yeah, I don't know if you're available to speak, but after Mr. Steve, maybe I'll take Olawaski to say. Okay.
Domo.
All right, Mr. Steve, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Emir Saddam. Thank you for holding the fort. Thank you, everybody. All my gas full here. Dr. Olu, long time, sir. Greetings to you. Well meaning. I understand you. I don't understand you, sir, but let me just say, your diplomacy fear me.
So apparently I can't hear Mr. Steve, but I think he's speaking. I can see emoji. Okay, Mr. Steve, just
anyway, why you don't hear me now? I want you to hear me particularly, but it's okay. Greetings to everybody, all love from here. I see our Socrates, really best. Greetings to you and everybody on the space. Mommy Bolanle, how do you know? I was just about to have yam and egg sauce as well. So if like we're in the spirit, all love from here. Greetings to you as well. Everybody on the space, let me thank all of us for so far, even without having such a space as this, it's clear where we are as a movement, as far as the Obidient movement. It's clear that we really see the big picture. Listening to Auntie Bola was just echoing some of my sentiments. What I have found, you guys know I participated in the primary. So let me quickly report that on the ground, that primary reflected the total will of the delegates of the Labour Party. What do I mean? There are 18 local governments in Edo State. Each of them did a free and fair delegate election. Mine was Ward 9, Uhunde. I was in the village, very treacherous terrain. Edo.
Transparent, please. Transparent.
And transparent too, because of course it was clear before everybody. It was aired live on channels and Arise. I just wanted to quickly say that what led to that election you guys saw on TV was the ward delegate elections. It was 3 days before. I went to my village where I vote. Again, I just want to emphasize how badly the roads are. Really, this is not federal road. Those that are from Wonder would cry for me and cry for us as a state. How terrible PDP has been an APC before them. So let's leave that for now. But I wanted to report that on the primary World Congress Day, it was completely free and fair everywhere. That means people who live in these villages, who are members of Labour Party, voted freely across board, chose 2 people per local government to go and vote for their candidate. That list, there was rumor that it was going to be changed. There were fears here and there, blah, blah, blah. But what happened on Friday, the 23rd? Let me report before God and everyone on this space. It was exactly the will of those people that played out. Nobody could influence it. Nobody. They entirely wanted Olumide Akpata. Why? I can tell you for free. I was also on that race. I went to some of the local governments. And what they told me, this man has been here 3 times. This man has given us cheers. This man has supported the party. He has told us how he plans to win the general. He has shown us so much will that he has worked more than all of you. That's what the villagers were telling us. So they were resolved. They were not even blind or cajoled. They knew it was Akpata. So when the primary started, they were all screaming and all that. By the time they voted, it turned out to be 316 votes for Olumide Akpata, and the next runner-up was 7 votes. I don't know what you call that. That is beyond a landslide. Mark, what do you call that? Is it a river slide? But in any case, it reflected the democratic will of the people. And let me also emphasize that our brothers and friends from Edo Central, valid position about equity and fairness and justice. It is true. I personally promised that whoever emerges in the free primaries, I will be behind that person. And that person today is Olumide Akpata. The party, including Labour Party in Edo Central, all voted for Akpata. So it is difficult to wrap my head around when people say, have an issue with what the people from Edo Central, Labour Party members from all the villages across the state said, this is the man. I think we should allow them, they know better, in my opinion. So I want to plead with everyone that we as a necessary, what we must do in this election is that we are fighting against an uphill battle because of the fact that there's incumbency at play. on the other party. And there's something else we forget too, which Antibola touched. Antibola, thank you. Governor Obaseki did not support Peter Obi in the election. He did not. Actually, they tried to rig the elections. They were resisted in many places, but they succeeded in some places. PDP tried to rig elections of Peter Obi in Edo. I promise you, with talks and other things, it happened. These are not our friends. PDP is not our friends at all. It is a tribal thing. There's something about it. Even me now, I'm now in politics, right? So I'm beginning to the way they reason here. It's like you can never see an APC member that is really active in that party supporting another person. It's just like this is our party's position, and they go that way. Of course, Peter Obi defiled that because of his absolute outstanding, for me, the best president we will have by the grace of God. So let me plead that say, while your position may differ, I think you should join collectively to support Akpata, because when we win, we can now have another state as a city on a hill. I join Saddam and others that are jealous of Abia State. I am confused. Wait, this thing is not even 1 year yet. What will happen after 8 years of Alex Oti? Are you sure everybody will not relocate to Abia State? It's confusing at the pace of development. And that tells you a lot about what good governance can do. All these governors are liars. Say no money, nothing. People, there is money to do the right thing. If they can just stop stealing, if they can open it up and allow investors, if they can really, really mean well for the people, Nigeria can be good. It is not rocket science. Prove it, Alex Oti. Look at it. Tinubu today was insulting NLC. Say, how can they be protesting 9 months into an administration? Go to Abia State now. Is it not the same 9 months? Is it not the same time that Oti has, that Tinubu has? How I wish we can change position. Let them do like football match. Substitute OT for Tinubu. Let Tinubu go Abia State, although Abia people will reject him anyway. Point is this: good governance is not rocket science. And I have the privilege of having met what's his name, Olumide Akpata himself. And I've also heard from young lawyers about his record of standing against the SAN and working for young lawyers during his MBA. This guy means well. I can't begin to tell you how much he really relates to the ordinary people. He remembers their names. This village, I never see person where they remember my name. I meet her once. So please, it will come to space for sure. That's guaranteed. But let us please, I beg, support our own Labour Party candidate. Because first of all, he's very credible. 30 years as a lawyer, no scandal whatsoever. Another thing, he's also young. He's 51 years old. This is a youth-led movement. He can relate to us. Another thing we say, go fit challenge Adeleke on the dance floor. Anyway, that's on the lighter side. But the guy, he dance. The guy, they get his swag. He can relate to us. He also understands the fact that the Obedient movement is about people. He supported PO in Lagos and he even joined the elections. He doesn't have a history of being in one party or the other. This is his first party as far as being a card carry member. So he's an Obedient. So I want to beg, let's not fight. Many of us, we are warriors. We are just like lion. We don't win election, they still our mandate. So there's still that remnants of that fighting thing. But let's find a way to use that fight together. Let's win Edo first. It's winnable. It's absolutely winnable, because thanks to the bad policies of PDP and APC before them, the people are looking for an alternative. And the word on the street is, Omo, we will try new party this time. But of course, the argument for Edo Central is strong. So I won't claim I know it all, but I'll listen to everybody. I'll appeal to you all, please. Let Labour Party get Edo State. Let it become another example. Mr. I like good thing. I'll stop there so far. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Steve. The funny thing is, I didn't hear you speak from my main phone. I'm listening to you from my other phone. You're still speaking on my other phone. So, but I saw your mic go mute, so I knew you had finished speaking. It's crazy. All right, okay. Quickly, I'll just go straight to about sound points you made, Mr. Steve. Quickly, I'll go to Olawaski. Then we'll check on Mark if he's ready to speak by that time.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure once again. I swear you don't take. Actually, personally, I've been talking. I know they talk again for spaces. I could just come, sit down, carry chair, sit down. When party closed, I carry my chair, hang for neck. My chair na chair where they fit disengage. You go just fold and carry and go back, go keep another day, carry am. But this Edo thing, I just thought I should add one or two things to what we are saying. Saddam, good evening, well-meaning, good evening, Nancy Bolanle, real live our best, and every other obedient. Ogamak, well done. See, I don't know. I understand that we've all said Edo Central stuff. The argument is okay. I think the argument makes sense. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Oga Steve is from Edo Central, Abi, and he is also rooting for the Apata guy. Okay, it's from
He's
Edo
from
South.
Edo
Oh,
South.
I see. For me, I'm not a lawyer, but my wife is a lawyer. When Apata was president, I followed what he was doing, and I saw how he won the election as president. I think he's even the only or the first person to win that is not his son to become an NBA president. Let me not even go into all that. I'm sure we can deal with all that later. I saw what he did, which is something that we used to know in the days of Ganifa Emi. It's been a long time we had NBA. Sure, we get NBA president now. Sure, see what's in the happen now. But let's just leave that one. What I wanted to say is, I think we should be smart enough to understand that house you never get. You don't they choose. You don't they choose. Would I say you don't they choose tenants? We never even entered the house, and we are thinking it should be the turn of it. Don't get me wrong. Edo Central has a point, but Una never put leg for the house. Have you guys won the election? Do you know what it even takes to win an election in that kind of state? Where Adams Oshomole is, where all those other gladiators did there, is it because they've not been coming up for a long while? All those other people we don't did the Lucky Benedion and a whole lot of them. I think some of us are really missing the points, maybe because of some younger PDP persons that are coming to us to deceive us. Because that's personally, I feel that's what's happening. Maybe younger PDP, because I know say PDP get lots of younger people too, also in Edo State. Maybe that's what because I'm really trying to understand. You've got to win the house first before you decide what you want to do with it. Sure, if Akpata win this one now, and you say you want them to give it to Central, won't it be easier that an LP had won and it's easier to now hand it over to a central person? You want to now bring a central person. I am not saying that they will not have somebody that is strong. I believe that everybody has. But as it stands today, what is the reality on ground? Because all these fights, I'm seeing some of us fight, it's in the worry me. It just makes it appear like, man, we've not learned anything. Sure, we've been on this thing for more than a year now. So you do this whole thing for 1 year, and you still come back and we make the same mistakes like you're a novice that just started doing this thing for 2 weeks. Just because Peter Obi was denied, it does not make sense. It did not even take me so long to understand that this guy is even a surer way to get to put your feet in that government house. And this is the same mistake we make sometimes. You go now pick a candidate before you know they say, oh, they've kidnapped the candidate. Please, can you guys come and be donating money? Let us go and rescue the candidate. Because you know person we're supposed to do something. But I know who choose to use the person. I understand that you want your own person to be, because truly, I'm trying so hard not to. For me, it's looking like some of us just want it to be our own person. Fine, it can be your own person, but for now, Labour never get that kind of hand for the Edo State. I mean, Labour get them. They've only tested it in the presidential election. They've not tested it in the local, because local elections are different now. Local elections are different. Maybe is it council election or be local government election that they went, and you saw what PDP did. Some of you were crying. I saw people grumbling online and all that, but they swept everything. So we need to be, I don't know how to explain it. We need to be smarter than this. Man, seriously, I really expected that by now we would really understand some things, that sometimes you have to lose a battle to win a war. You know, you don't just jump into something, okay, I want to win this one, you lose completely. Sometimes you have to give your men, lose one, lose two, lose three. If they play, waiting, they call this thing, this board game, you understand, you give one, give two. You need to enter first. Because I think it's easier for Olumide to enter. I will not deceive you. He is a known face. It's easier for him to enter. I did not even think he was going to win these primaries. I was surprised. The fact that he can win, it means he can even win the governorship. I was surprised that he win. Let's not. When did he even join? When did he even join the race? I was surprised that, meaning he had done a lot of groundwork. And let's not deceive ourselves that Labour Party is Labour Party. It is what it is. Nigerian politicians are the same. They would have definitely been people he had to speak to, as in if he could do all that and won, let's allow him enter. I believe he can even pick a deputy governor, governorship aspirant from the central or something. There are ways to sort these things out. He can decide to use most of the people from the government if he gets in there from the central. But the way we are just going about this thing, he can't do like saying, I want to do the government house. For some people, I never even smell. You want to, as in, I don't get it. PDP, they have so much problems. Even as it stands today, they have problems that they are dealing with. Because very soon now, you understand that Wike also has his own, they have their own play. And it will start playing out very soon. APC, they are having their own problems. Adams Oshomole, where the candidate came out from is not where Adams is. But we don't get problem, but we won't create the problem by ourselves. Do you understand? I just feel that we can do better. Thank you very much, Aye.
All right, thank you very much, Olawaski. You actually mentioned some of the points where I said, me, I'm first waiting for them to let them select their deputies first. Let's see what's happening. But thank you very much. That was some reasoning. Big Mac.
Yeah, well meaning.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Good.
All right. Thank you very much, man. Saddam, much love, man. Thank you, everybody. And all obedience. I greet you guys. You guys know I rarely speak on spaces, but I have to talk this one because it concerns my state. And I am 110% vested in Edo State. Sorry, I'm not here to talk about Tinubu's failure. We all know Tinubu. I'm not promoting that man as far as I'm concerned. If they are holding Binance for their failure, their lapses, and why dollar is what it is today, that's their business. Then they don't have any clue and they don't have direction. So I don't care about them. I don't want to even talk about them. I want to please beg obedience. Please, for God's sake, let's understand the politics on ground. I share your sentiment. I understand when you talk about the zoning thing. Yes, please understand this. We need to win Edo State. The Labour Party needs to win Edo State. I beg of you guys. Look, I swear Igodalo. I don't swear Igodalo, whatever you guys want to call him. He has been in government right from the time Oshomole was there. So what is it that will be new? What else do you guys want? What is it that is new to you guys? And you are asking for somebody that is competent. You're asking for somebody that is capable. You're asking for somebody that has compassion. You're asking for somebody that is credible. You have the person, and now you are poking your eyes into somewhere or some place that you've already rejected outrightly, that their vision do not align with your vision. You say you want somebody that is not corrupt, that is not a politician, a regular day politician in Nigeria, that has no criminal record, that is ready to work, that is young, energetic, vibrant. You have the person and you are complaining. Labour Party has never been involved in any of this zoning thing because this is their first time. Please, I plead on behalf of Labour. It is a mistake, but this is a good mistake. We will get it right because we're working towards our vision. We say we want a son of nobody to become somebody. Now you have the opportunity to hold somebody credible, somebody that you can hold in every standard if he does not do what you want. But you don't want him. You want to go and dine with the people you are accusing. If Aswa Ngodalo was that good, he should come to Labour Party. Why didn't he come? But he should come and work with Peter Obi and work with you. He shouldn't stay there and cajole you that he's an obedient. We know ourselves at this point, just like Olaweski said, after a year, you still don't get it. They have their own ideology. They have their own understanding of what they want. They don't want a new Nigeria. PDP never wanted a new Nigeria. APC, the same. Not until the emergence of the obedient movement. Now they want to dance or give us what we've been asking for when we already know the direction we should be going. Are you guys for real? Politics has no emotions. There is no, please take your emotions out of this. We will get it right. The next person will come from where we're supposed to come, where we want that person. But let's get this one right. PO needs more than one governor. PO needs as many governors as possible. Ajibowale said it. Look, she took it out of my mouth. 774 local government. We don't have polling agents in all this place. It cost us this election. It did. Learn from your mistake, learn from the past, and get to understand how you can get a better future. These people, they don't care about us. They do not. They do not. 100% they do not. Read the room. Understand what they're doing. They are playing politics with your mind. Guys, please, I beg of you all. They will continue to do this to divide us so that they can always have an edge. I am telling you guys today, mark my words, Olumide Akpata will win Edo State. He would win Edo State landslide. I know why, and I'm telling you guys, he would win it, and you guys will be so surprised. So let's work with this man. Let's give him all the support. Let's make these people understand that we will not fall for these gimmicks. We will not fall for their tricks. We will not fall for all these their shenanigans. Not again. Are you for real? PDP don't like you. PDP wants you. What is PDP, or what do they call them? Proudly obedient, sheriffly obedient, this son obedient. There is nothing like that. The obedient movement is the obedient movement. And we are affiliated with Labour Party for now till PO says otherwise. So please get it. I beg you guys, man. Let's not do this, man. Please. I yield, man.
All right, thank you very much, Big Mac. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Steve, I see you.
Please, less than 10
okay,
seconds.
Maybe just quickly take like 1 minute.
No, I know, take 1 minute. Let me quickly say that when Peter Obi was to come to Edo, Obaseki denied us the stadium. We choose another venue. Obaseki denied us.
Yes,
to the point where we turned Okibali to the streets. We could not get a venue from a PDP governor, and somebody wants to support PDP. Oh God. Then lastly, during the local government election, Obaseki wrote all the results in government house, rigged against Labour Party top to bottom. All our councillors waste millions. Our chairman waste millions. That was 3 months ago. This Obaseki, and I swear, rigged against us top to bottom in our local elections against Labour Party. And somebody is convincing me that he has a CV. Proud for toilet. Yeah, CV.
My brother, I just fundraising for violence for one of the candidates. We cry, come. Well, I don't know why that case take go.
Yes, now.
We raised money and gave you guys some violence space to go for the guy go court. I just remember that's true.
Saddam, if Obaseki is not scared, Saddam, if Obaseki is not scared of PDP, why is he going back to his vomit? Why is he going back to Wike to beg? If he's not scared of Obidients, not scared of Labour Party, what is he going to meet Wike for? Are you guys not seeing it? Akpata will win this thing. Guys, please, let's rally around this man and make it happen.
God bless you, my brother Big Mac. Well, go on. What I've gotten from this of that, please. We have a very short memory span in Nigeria, and politicians understand this and they know how to use it on us. I've even forgotten totally that what Obasanjo did to us in Edo State. Please, PDP are not our friends. PDP and APC are the same thing. Only that PDP is a younger brother that has small conscience. APC is straight from the devil's kitchen. PDP, they devil's veranda. But they are both children of the devil. They have nothing, them are light. They don't know what it's like. Darkness, that's what they represent. Let's not forget this here going forward, I beg. Not because PDP will say, PDP, na Satan will go school. APC na Satan will be illiterate. Say, APC now for music. APC na portable. PDP na my brother the to black. They go school. When their own no good. So, please. Don't try to those people. I beg you, God. Well, Nigeria, back to you.
Yeah. I was just thinking when man was talking. I think maybe we should start saying vote for Peter Obi's party, like the party Peter Obi belong to, because like when you use Labour Party, I say they tip some people off. All right. I'll quickly go to let me just go to those that have been here for the longest actually. Attackers, I know you've been here, so go ahead and speak. After attackers, I'll come to Obidients. Don't tell me you talk, so you go talk today. After attackers, I'll quickly take Otumba Deke before I come to Obidients.
Women, I don't understand you.
I beg.
Time never reach for 40.
Calm down, I beg. See,
Attackers,
yeah. Can you hear me? 1 minute, Saddam. Can you hear me? Okay. Let me just go to the straight point. Sometimes when we start to be convincing ourselves based on PDP, this and that. See, let me just list what Alessoti did in just 3 months. He established what we call trust, social contract. That is governance. He first of all give all the marketers, transportation, everybody 3 months free taxation first. You should not pay tax first. And he started using small money that he has in the government and started rehabilitating small road, market, and the rest of them before he can be able to reduce the taxation that actually the PDP government we are fusing on people. And he removed all the whole abolos in other states. That is the reason why the entire Abians trust Alessoti. Oh yeah, everything you want to do, we are with you. We are with you. And the man is doing more. The man said that he have not started. Just go and look at what he said in channel. Just look at what he said in channel. And some people will have that mind to say that I'm trying to support PDP. See, forget about the person that is inside that ballot. See, don't look at PDP as your enemy. Just forget about the person. Don't attack the person. Just attack that party. Because that party is what we call anti-party. It is an anti-party. Let's just say the truth. Me, that is the reason why I keep on telling my friends in Edo Central, please and please, I beg you people, no matter what. Look at what Anambra State Labour Party State House of Assembly is doing. They have completely given up their 6 months salary to tackle hunger. Who can do that kind of thing, my brother? That is Labour Party, oh. That is Labour Party, oh. And some people will say that, hey, let us go for PDP because, see, let me just even say the truth. Right from 2015, that is when I started following Obi. That is when I started following Obi. I didn't follow Obi just because, for instance, hey, it is the time of the SAT I don't do that kind of nonsense. A man that used insecurity more than tackle insecurity in Abia State, in Anambra State. And that was what Ihejika used. That was what Ihejika used in 2010 in Abia State, and advised the then governor of Abia State to tackle the insecurity that was averaging in Abia State then, being held by Jonathan. And I'm trying to tell people that, see, you see this kind of thing that we are talking about, PDP. See, PDP is gone. Let's just say the fact. Because if you are saying that it's because of my brother, see, if you keep on carrying that way, look at what is happening in other states. Look at my own state. Look at Cross River State. Look at Delta State. Everybody there that are supporting PDP, they are all shedding tears, blood. They are all shedding tears, and they cannot complain. Who are you going to run to? Who are you going to talk to? And some people will have that mind to say that, hey, I want to support PDP just because of says yes. You have a very, very legitimate concern, but we have not entered government, for goodness sake. When we enter, see me as a stakeholder, I go champion them. I go after that Labour Party, after that first term, second term, I go champion them for that Edo Central. You go champion them. But the first thing first is for us to enter. Let us win this election first. And improve Edo people, for goodness sake. So that Edo people can also say that, yes, we still have another Abia State in Nigeria. We still have another next Abia State in Nigeria. That is the first thing, governance first. Before we can talk about tribe. Are you the major that the achievement of Alesoti have completely, that is the achievement of Labour Party, have completely destroyed any argument that want to happen against this PDP and Labour Party in the state? Are you the mic?
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Attacker. Yeah, I think it's funny. What happened is actually funny. I also couldn't hear you. I was hearing you from the other side of from my other phone anyway. But thank you very much. I mean, I heard all you said. And let me just quickly say this. Of course, since the topic, I think a lot of people are more focused on the third topic, or which is totally fine. Let me say this. So if you're an obedient and you also have like a contrary opinion, so it doesn't look as if anybody's trying to force you to do anything, you have a contrary opinion, feel free to also request the mic. But one thing that must be said is, whatever your opinion is, just like every other person that I've spoken since, please say it with respect. I actually like the way a lot of people that have spoken since have said, everybody has acknowledged the fact about, the importance of the reasons some people have given as per equity, justice, and fairness. But like Saddam said earlier, good governance gets to a point where good governance trumps all that. Okay, quickly, I'll take Otumba DK, after which I'll come to the Obidients. Then we'll take it from there.
All right, thank you, 1 minute. Thank you, Emir Saddam, Momi B, Mr. Steven, Biruki, Obidients, all the speakers, all the listeners. I have to make use of my time. I can't start greeting all my wonderful people here. Even the speaker section choke, men mount for waiting at the sea. Today will be it will be a very interesting conversation here today. But guys, let me take us to Abia State first. I don't think anyone will want to discuss anything as apart from the Edo State, because it's like almost like an existential crisis for the movement. In fact, the decision of whatever happens in Edo State is actually going to make Oma the movement as it is, because that was going to really shape how people look at us, how smart we are. But I will go back to Abia State, like I said in the starting. We are praising Abia State. For me, people like me who remember a whole lot of things and have an eidetic memory, I'll take us back to 2015 in Abia State. In 2015 in Abia State, Alex Oti contested under Abga, but people did not accept him. In fact, when we were driving from Abia State back to our respective states for Christmas, people of Ungwa, which was Abia South, came out in the main road, and in that Osisioma side, they'll be stopping people's car, saying, "Ndohoho, leave our place," because for those who don't know Ndohoho, when Ngwa people say Ndohoho, it means like people from Anambra State, people from, in fact, foreigners. So they were looking at Alex Oti from the scope of running from Abga, the party Abga, that is actually Anambra State party thereabouts, that kind of thing, telling us to leave, leave our place, leave our place. Now they rejected Alex Oti, and in fact they rigged the election one way or another. OKZ Ikpeazu in March 2015 in Abia State. Abia State had to suffer 8 years of suffering. And I'm going to Edo State with this. Abia State had to endure 8 years of OKZ Ikpeazu, someone that will come and tell you that his achievement is it Chicken Republic, tasty fried chicken. That is his achievement in Abia State. Just because of we are doing this zoning thing. Alex Oti is from Abia Central. Then they were saying that Theodore Oji, the outgoing governor then, was from Central. So Alex Oti is not supposed to go in there. It had to be someone from Abia South, which was OKZ Ikpeazu. That has to go, which is Obingwa, local government. Alex Oti is Isialangwa South, thereabouts. So it had to be from South. They are doing this ton thing. You can see how 8 years has been wasted. And if Alex Oti actually entered in that 2015, Abia State would be in a trajectory of change by now, positive change by now. They would have probably had their gas plants running 8 years ago. They would have been enjoying 8 years of constant power supply. Let's see them now. And I'll quickly run to Imo State and Enugu State election. We saw how it went. We saw how people divided the votes. We saw how people were, cooking up stories about Labour Party candidates. But I'm asking you, please, who can call Peter Mba and Hope Uzodinma to come and give account in a space today, or come and talk to us, or hold them accountable? Nobody can. But before the elections, you had people coming to cause confusion, commotion everywhere. This one was queued, this one was, they will say up, they'll say down. Today, who can call these two guys today and hold them accountable? Tell me, in fact, let's leave Enugu State and Imo State. Is there one APC governor or rep you can hold to account today? We all know the answer. So why do you think that one person is going to make a difference? Now, let me fast forward to 2023 elections. While we, the Olodos, we are shouting LP top to bottom, LP top to bottom, people went and sold out Labour Party to APC, PDP senators. And they believe that if you sell senatorial, they will give you presidential, thereabouts. Now, you can't sell your left kidney to the devil and not expect that he will take the right one. We saw the results. You saw how they were canceling results up and down with reckless abandon. Do you know why? People sold out. That is why. Yet today we'll keep asking ourselves the question, where is the LP senators we voted for? Where is the LP House of Rep members we voted for? These things are the things we do not want to hear. We just want to hear that we are all saints. But the simple truth is that we need to fight certain things out of our systems. In order to make Nigeria great, you have to sacrifice. Me, myself, I have a relative that is a sitting senator. I voted against him. I am not stupid. If you want progress today in Nigeria, you have to ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice? And I'll end with this. And this is how things are going to go. In 2024, we are going to ask ourselves, and we're going to keep saying, we'll vote for character, not party. 2025, we'll say Obidients is not LP. 2026, which is, mind you, party primaries and campaign, we'll start saying, let's manage LP. 2027, which is the main election, we'll say LP failed us. My brothers and sisters, LP did not fail you. You failed yourself. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Otumba DK. Sound points. Okay, quickly, I'll take Obidients. After Obidients, I'll come to Bilke. I know you have been here. Let me quickly take Dr. Olu after Obidients. I'll come to you, Bilke.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. Sorry. We're in Nigeria.
Dr. Olu,
Yes, can you hear me?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's
So
supposed to be Joe Biden. Okay, just go ahead. I think Joe Biden can.
Joe Biden is my brother. Now, what I want to say is very simple. Honestly, I agree with what people say regarding Tinubu. Tinubu is a pathetic failure. So talking about him is just wasting of time at this moment. My own concern is about how people can be naive regarding Edo election. How people can be trying to be unnecessarily political correct, which does not make any sense. The good news about this so-called Edo primary is that we have a candidate that is very, very formidable. I understand the sentiment regarding Southeast, South, all those things. But the question is, the people these other people are bringing, let's even look at the hype they are giving this so-called, I don't want to mention his name because I don't want to give him platform to people. This guy has been in government with the APC and with the PDP. People have said it, Magnificent have said it. What is the difference is he going to bring it to the table? I think people that are clamoring for the popular for the emergency of this guy is based on what they are likely to gain, in all honesty. Because one of the most critical things for me, and I believe majority of people that we are obedient today, is because of our interest to the particular to our nation. So when you put your interest before your personal gain, automatically you have to reason that people candidates in Olumide people supposed to be people supposed to be clamoring for. Even my fear now is that if not because this guy is from the south, from the south, it's possible for people to be saying that Olumide is a Yoruba name. How can Yoruba people be ruling Edo? They can even bring that kind of sentiment. So as it stands now, it will be unfair for any Obidient to think in that direction of supporting a PDP man. And this is one of the best, apart from Abia and Enugu State, I think Edo State is one of the best shots, even more than Anambra State, in terms of winning a governorship election. Considering the fact that PDP is crack, Obaseki has not even lived up to expectation. APC is just because of might, and Oshiomhole has also disappointed. So we have a very viable man that actually emerged from a very credible election, at least primary, irrespective of how it comes. So I think people need to, as in trying to be unnecessarily right from whether south or central. It's just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. 2027 is not it's not going to be a child play. I don't know why people are just so much short-sighted like this. 2023, we know how struggle we be, and now 2027, when this so-called drug man will have enriched and become probably a mafia by that time, and you want to be forming son ahead of us. How are you so sure Nigeria will still be existing before that time? Please, we should be very united towards Akpata, and anything you do, please, in as much as possible, don't even create any form of space to discuss between Akpata and this thing. How we are going to clamor and forge, and I'm very grateful to Switch that child. I'm not sure whether it's on the platform, for our consistencies and our support, and I'm hoping that many of us will tell the part. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Olu. All right, Jimmy, don't show. Sorry, Jimmy, I'm sure.
I beg, make I just talk quickly, just 1 minute. My
Yeah, go ahead.
I beg, Obidients, may una no vex. My timetable don't change. I just want to say, look, guys, I don't have anything to talk about Tinubu. That guy is a failure. We don't talk about the guy before. We don't talk about before this year. We've been talking about him and we've predicted everything. So there's no topic there. The only topic here is this Obidients role in Edo. People have spoken. I've heard Oga Mag. I've heard Mr. Steven. And Osaro have said, some things on different spaces, and people have, made their, submission clear about this. And to me, honestly speaking, right now, there's only one party in Nigeria. Every other party is party after party, party after party, party after party, after party after party, party after party, party after party, party after party. Are you the Michael?
Oh my God. All right. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I never expected it. All right, Joe Biden, go ahead. After Joe Biden, I'll come to Biruki.
Okay. Well, good evening. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yep, can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, guys. It's been long I spoke here, and it's doing me one kind in my stomach. Jimmy, you just said what I wanted to say, man. Every other party is party after party. See, Obidients. We have created a force from 2022 till now. We have Alex Oti, a governor that is delivering. And if in the next 4 years we have only Alex Oti as a governor, people will say it's probably a fluke, or it's just because it's Abia State. But imagine we have 2 governors under LP, pushed into power by the Obidient movement, performing as efficient governors. Imagine what it will be like. See the challenge you are going to have if you are pushing to say you want to get APC or you want to get PDP because of equity. First of all, apologies that Labour Party did not zone it to Edo Central. There's been reasons. I've seen a lot of reasons that have been given out why it wasn't zoned, and there are a lot of legitimate reasons. One of which is really, if it has been zoned to Edo Central, you would have had candidates that would be hoping that it's just Obidient movement that will vote for them. People that would not fund, that would have not been able to fund the elections. Olumide Akpata did a lot for just primaries. His primaries campaign looked like a general election campaign. It wasn't like it was primaries. He campaigned on all TV stations. He campaigned on billboards. He campaigned online. He was everywhere. He visited local governments. He visited wards. So this is somebody that is dogged. I am in the camp of those that wanted it to go to the Edo Central, and I still wish it was Edo Central. But see, in all the candidates I saw, in their preparation for these elections, the most efficient campaign I saw was Olumide Akpata. If you are in Edo State and you say it is not true, you are lying to yourself. When he was announced, I will say it openly, I wasn't happy. I was like, Edo South again. This is going to be an uphill task for us. I know a lot of people that are that way. Please, I beg, people have reached out in their DM. You know, it's the same thing I said I'm going to say in this part. Please, those that are disgruntled, please talk to them, make them understand. We need another LP governor. We need more LP governors. Ondo State election is coming. Imagine if you have Abia State and Edo State functioning. Any election, if a governor is impeached or anything happens that breaks any election cycle, LP functioning properly and these states are growing at this pace. It is those states, even states that even from Tinubu's own states is real states. We don't know which one it is. Those people will call for LP. That's if it's from Nigeria. So we have to have maybe like a template of let's build it gradually. APC is fighting for a one-party country, a one-party state. Right now, they have a wiki in the PDP of Edo State, in the person of the deputy governor. He's going to be in the party till elections are over. He's going to destroy the party from within. APC is divided. PDP is divided. Labour Party is united. The only thing that has separated Labour Party is just this equity. But we have passed that stage. There's nothing you can do that can take us back to that stage. We have a competent candidate. We have a candidate that's sellable, that has a reputation, no reputation of bad records. Let's campaign for him. It is painful. I will still say it again. It is painful for those that wanted Edo Central. It's like a divorce. You wanted your marriage to work, but it has ended in divorce, and you're not the person calling for divorce. You are the person that wants it to work. You are going to feel very bad. In this moment, you are not expecting your in-laws or your family members to come and tell you, after all, you got alimony of 1 billion naira. Be happy. No, you'll be offended. That's exactly what you do to those, especially people that are in support of the Edo Central. There are a lot of Edo South people in support of Edo Central. They are feeling very bad. Pet them. Let them know. Let them know that, yes, it has happened, let's move on. If we have a competent candidate that is from Edo people, if you have Edo people have a competent candidate that's from Abia State or even from Katsina State, they will vote him. I am not from Edo State, but if Edo people see that I'm competent and I run for election, there's a high chance I'll win if Edo people like me. So Edo people are not tribalistic.
it was more of a, I don't want to use the pity party so it doesn't look like I'm insulting those central people. It was more like, it's more, the push for it is more like, let's allow it balance out. But it did not happen. Let's move on. Divorce has happened. Let's cry, move on. You cannot afford to give this state to APC. One. Aswa Ighodalo of the PDP is not, see, Obaseki is learning where Aswa is in harshness and wickedness. So if you think you are going to give it to Aswa Ighodalo and you think Edo State will be better, it's a joke. It's a joke that's not funny. So please, you have worked for the LP, and I'm very sure that Peter Obi will campaign for Akpata. Peter Obi has not told you don't vote Akpata. Peter Obi is going to campaign for him because Peter Obi is an LP. You are Obidients, you want to vote for Aswa, fine, it's your prerogative. But I will advise you, you are not doing it for the good of Edo State. If you are doing it because you are getting paid to promote, it's your hustle, the economy is hard, you want to do it. But you just know that you are doing it like you are campaigning for, you are getting paid to campaign for Tinubu. Because like it has been mentioned, one, this man is a part of the PDP that rigged in the primaries. Is a part of the PDP that destroyed the polling unit of the governor because they saw he was losing. He is a member of the same PDP that rigged you out in the local government elections, that refused to give you campaign venues, that you had to use a church. Then I think they even fined the PDP, the governor even punished Baptist Church or so. I don't know what fine they gave them for using that venue for Peter Obi's coming to the Edo State. So people that are that insensitive are those people you want to put in office. Yes, he's a successful man. He was MD of this, he was this of that. Akpata has been a successful man with no blemish. PDP will come with, the only thing they have against Akpata right now is that it's from Edo South. Don't put fuel inside their fire. Dead it. There are a lot of Edo South, Edo Central candidates that step down for him. We need, if anything, if you don't want to vote for him for anything, vote for him because we need another LP governor in Nigeria. We need more leaders. We need people that can support elections. If elections are coming in, Abia State governor will support in his own person, not even using government funds. We need people that can push and move us. Akpata is someone that can stand the election. He can win it. Let's allow him win it. If it means promising Edo Central two other terms extra and successfully giving them from the Labour Party, fine. But we have someone that's determined enough to run the primaries like a general election. We should not miss that person. And again, on behalf of Labour Party, I'm not a member of Labour Party. We apologize to those that are offended that it did not go to Edo Central, including myself. I am apologizing. Let's move on. The divorce has happened. Let's start a new relationship. Move on. Let's go on Tinder and get a new husband. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joe. This one you just use divorce up and down. Let's say, if we need to call back your wife, tell us now.
No, it never is like that.
Anyway, thank you very much, Obidients. That was like a superb. I like the fact that you admitted to the fact that it's a general sentiment. And one thing I've noticed is that, even funny enough, majority of the people that Edo State, naturally, if you grow up in Edo State, Edo people generally don't like intimidation. They don't like bullying. So you could see it from someone like Aisha Yusuf. It's almost like a natural instinct. So if there's any state in Nigeria that goes with this whole pity story, I'm not pitying these terms now, maybe, how do you put it now, humble beginning, that whole story, it's Edo State. So if you look at the political climb before now, you will discover that people that are pushing it, that were pushing like it must be Edo Central, we're even more of Edo South people, not like, so some people you see online that are doing that are maybe pushing that, not really even from Edo Central per se. But like everybody has done, we need to keep enlightening people, make sure we tell them it's valid and enlighten them. Be Rookie.
Yeah.
After Be Rookie, you come to Jakosa, you have been here for so long. Sir Benjamin, I can see. Obiari, I can see you. I can see everybody on the space, but let me take Biruki, then we'll come to Njakusa.
All right, wait a minute on the house. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Biruki.
All right. Good evening, everyone. First, on this issue of states and the right of citizens to vote, well, I would say it's true, but the issue is this. It's not enough circumstances. When a man is diving into the river, you can't see your back. It's your brother standing on the river bank that can see your back. So when they are speaking, also take into cognizance what they are saying. I can give you a good example. The last election, the people in Benue, in short, Labour Party in Benue State, they pick Embe. That's one of the most useless politicians in the whole of Nigeria. They came to me, they asked me, I said, this guy is very useless. OBJ was even his godfather, produced him, was trying to even create this guy to come a political machine, but he was very useless. He beat. We also what he did at the SEC committee meetings. I said, for me, I don't have any say, but if you bring that man to me, I will stone him with pure water. But if you say this man is good enough to be your candidate for Labour Party in Benue State, he will be your governor. He will deal with you in your state. It's not our business. You will sleep on your bed the way you make your bed. So it's up to you people. But Akpata is not a useless candidate. So when people outside are saying this guy is great for you, think about it. Secondly, this issue of Obidients and other parties voting for good candidates in quotes, I find it laughable. When you crossbreed, you're always bringing out the best qualities. If I say right here on this space, all those so-called Obidients, if I say make all of us go Ayelala Shrine, Ogun Shrine this night, go swear, that you will swear that Igodalo will back Obi against Atiku this night, una already swear. Una go claim say una be Christian. I say if we go swear for Ogun Shrine this night, say Igodalo as a governor will back Obi against Atiku, una go swear. Right here, right now, none of una get the balls to swear, but una the shout, I be obedient. I want Obi go be president. I say on this, you go swear for Shrine. Say that Igodalo go back Obi against Atiku. So learn to use your head sometimes, not emotions. Let's be real with each other. Learn to use your head, not emotions. On this issue of zoning, and like I keep saying, what could they go back to history before you plan for the future? River State 2011. When I remember what happened to Amechi, he backed APC against Jonathan. When I patient Jonathan, a Calabari from Rivers, it was their turn to produce governor. She begged her people, let's allow Wike to become governor. He will help us to fight Amechi. This is our fight. We will see produce governor, but for now, we have a bigger target. We must make sure APC don't conquer the state. That's how that useless Wike came in. But 8 years later, did Wike remember? The people who made him governor of that state for good 8 years, gave Ikwere people 16 years. Did you remember them? He turned all their vote back to APC. The same APC they brought him in to fight against. He gave APC to River State. But he forget him. All because he wanted a slice of soaked bread in Abuja. All the promises Obi gave to him. Connect about to Port Harcourt, expand seaport, connect railway, everything, all the promises. He said he wanted a slice of soaked bread in Abuja. Like I said again, Akpata not be useless candidate. So that will never happen. Today, the people of the rivers, they have their votes now. Who did they produce at the end of the day? You see the kind human being. No, you see the kind human being when they got produce. All the years of fighting, look at what they produce as governor of rivers. Then they play them left, right, center like football. So if you think zoning is just an issue of zoning, you better be careful. And for those of you in Edo State that are shouting, now what on, go to data, go ask question now. What happened in 2007? What happened? What's it suffering 50 years later? The zone, the so-called zoning, they went to produce an idiot, the most idiotic of the most idiotic. Over 8 trillion naira, they get to that idiot. Go and look at Delta. 15 years later, just one man, we are still paying the price till date because of na zoning, na their turn, and make our own candidates rest for their candidates. After all, we don't rule na their turn. And idiot of all idiots, go look at the state today. Go to data and ask question. All the derivation, where the money go. Say I don't need to explain. 40 minutes from Bini, you don't go ask question. You want to see repeat the same mistake when you have a better candidate. You will pay the price. I'm just saying it today. You will pay the price. If you think next election you want to come before Obi, I say right here, we'll go swear for Shrine. Who you go die your so-called, you go down, you go back. You go give to Obi, or you go vote for Atiku. You already know the truth, like I said earlier, but you want to play. This same thing happened in the last election. Who came in and the same week, when I can say wake, with all the idiots that were saying, wake. We had the wake today. Not to buy. Yeah, the wake, you know, we get 2 naira votes. You had the wake today when they were campaigning for. You hear that man today. You don't hear a voice. Uba, they turn the state upside. Una don't hear that same voice. I said, yeah, all the idiots that are calling themselves Obidients that campaign for that man against a Doga. How can you capture all the seats? You know what it means to win the Senate seat? Say at one seat governorship. You feel capture 2 clears of web na governor. Hear that man today. You think you are joking? That's why I keep saying, even Abia is even lucky. Abia is even lucky. The same thing happened to Anambra. Vote for Valentine. They say, no, now Soludo, he speak English very well. You hear the Anambra today. What happened during House of Rep? What happened in House of Assembly election? You saw what happened. Look at Edo State last election. You saw what happened. You think you are joking? I say you will pay the price. I'm just saying it on record. You will pay. Are you the mic?
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I don't know what's happening with Wembley in general. Thank you very much. Honestly speaking, I have PTSD from
All right. Thank you
well,
very much.
can you hear me?
Thank you very much, Biroki.
Well, Nigeria, can you hear me?
Want to go for the speak English?
I don't think he can hear you. I can hear you, but I don't think he can. 1 minute, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please tell him to drop and come back.
I beg the drop, come back, please.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, Jakosa. Yeah. I can hear Saddam.
Okay, you can hear him now.
Okay. I said I have PTSD from what happened in.
Okay, so Jakosa, just go ahead.
Oh my goodness! Please tell him to drop.
1 minute, drop. And I said that was still speaking. Drop. All right. Saddam, finish.
So I think Idakosa will go next, but before then, I'll just say I from what Bill just said, I just have PTSD from what happened in Enugu State. It's incredible how we captured the whole senatorial zones in Enugu, got almost all the House of Rep seats, got almost all the state House of Rep, and when it came to the gubernatorial election, some people said obedient for PDP, obedient for Mba, obedient for Wike. And we were the ones on violence space that even actually gave that man. We held 3 marathon spaces with Edoga. He had no voice on social media. All the big handles were already on Wake's page, Wake's ass, and this. We had 3 marathon spaces on this platform, trying to boost his image. He came out here, spoke to him, Enugu people. You guys can we forget so quick how we pushed that man on this platform. We went against the tide actually, to make sure that man had a stake. He would have won that elections if we had a house completed, but no, some of us know too much. Some of us know politics better. Some of us are, and see where we are today. And Enugu is all story, picture. Why it's based in Abia. By now, we would have had 2 strong governors doing great things. So I really think, honestly speaking, we should really consider our stance going forward. But let me bring in Idakosa, right? Idakosa, you have the space. If one manager comes back, I don't know who's going to go next, but Idakosa, you have the space now. Please go on.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
All right, go on, sir.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I greet everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. God bless you all. So I'll just go straight to the. We know Tinubu is a failure, so everyone knows that. Maybe except for the Agbados. But I want to discuss the obedience role in Edo State. So Olumide Akpata already is a historic candidate. He has records that are excellent. No controversy attached to him. So he has been a lawyer for about 13 years. And in that 13 years, there is not anything controversial about him. And that is very difficult to do. And that is the kind of person we need to lead Edo State. And also, He made history by becoming the first non-senior advocate of Nigeria to be the president of the NBA. And he was contesting against establishments, the elites, people who are well connected, but he defeated them based on his own record and merit. He had no godfathers, no connection or whatsoever, just based on his record and merit, I was able to win that NBA election. So that is kind of person that we need in Edo State. And also, in his 2-year tenure as the NBA president, he did a lot of reforms that strengthened the organization. So there were a couple of reforms that he made. He did the electoral reforms. He made the election process, more organized, more free, fair, and just for all. And also, he addressed.
My brother, no verse. Don't worry yourself about coming to do campaign this thing for what he did or he did not do. You understand? I think he will have the opportunity to sell himself very well. I just feel like if you're addressing this thing, let us understand from the point of view politically why he should be the candidate. Forget what he has done or what he has not done or what. I just feel like he will be the man to speak for himself. He will just. Why should we vote him? Why do you think he should? What do you think the Obidients will do? If you're in Edo State, what are the feelers on ground? These are the kind of conversations I think. Don't come and do manifesto for him, I beg. Thank you, bro. Go on. Please just
Okay, got you, brother. Yeah, of course, got you. Thank you. Yeah. So, first off, PDP in Edo State, I've governed that state for almost 14 years. And that 14 years, I've showed systematic failures. As Obidient, we don't reward failures. And that is the one thing we did last year when we were campaigning against Tinubu. Like, do not reward his party after 8 years of abject failures. And then if you give the presidency to Tinubu, things will become worse because he's going to continue from the failures of Buhari. It is the same thing in Edo currently. Obaseki, his 8 years tenure has been a disaster. Nothing to show for it. And guess what? This ASU guy, people think he's new, because maybe he speaks well, he talks well. No, this guy has been in power for 16 years, not in power. He has been part of the government for 16 years. I think he was the economic advisor to Oshomole for 8 years. And now he's a current economic advisor to Obaseki for 8 years. So 16 years as an economic advisor, nothing to show for it, except for shambo economy. There are a lot of people suffering right now in Edo State. The state is in a deplorable, no good roads. Roads are bad, inadequate healthcare system, enduring poverty. So there's no way we can continue the failures of the PDP. No, we cannot do that. And also, this PDP party are the same party that rigged Labour Party in the local state election. They used thugs, and some of Labour Party members were beaten up with thugs. An election that Obaseki conducted, a sham one. And guess what? Aswa did not speak against it. He did not say anything. And he's part of that government. So there's no way that PDP is the answer to our problems. So we must vote and elect Olumide Osaibovo Akpata to be the next governor of Edo State. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Diakusa. Hopefully my this stuff is better now. Let me quickly come to Benjamin. After Benjamin, we'll go to. We'll take a lady, so we'll take Sweet Child.
First of excuse me. First of all, I want to say good evening, everybody, both home and diaspora. I want to greet my fellow comrade, the obedient in the house, the ones that are using Bona account, and the ones that are using their real names. And I would like to start by reintroducing myself and where I come from. My name is Benjamin Mayor Makoyamedan. I'm from Esan Northeast Local Government of Edo State, from the Edo Central Senatorial District. And I want to talk on 2 or 3 things before I go on. Obedient, we have 2 major projects that is ahead of us that we must take cognizant of. Edo State is not even part of those 2 projects. One of the projects is Anambra, and the second project is 2027. And I also want to talk about respect and stop bullying people from their choices they make and from their choices that they are about to make. You know, I have been here for quite some time now, and I decided to show up here today on the speaker section because of some certain things that some certain narrative people are trying to pass. I'm not here to defend anybody. I am not a member of Labour Party. I want to repeat that again. I'm not a member of Labour Party. I resigned a few months ago. I was part of the race. I was so much motivated, energized, have my plans. Even when somebody know that definitely people were telling you can't win, I understand. But the ground for free and fair election wasn't there, which plays out even before the primaries to the very eyes of the obedient. I just want to put that out there. I'm not a member of the Labour Party. And I think nobody would doubt me on this social media if I'm an obedient. I don't think anybody would doubt me. And I will say it wherever it is and whoever is standing without fear or favor, without mixing word, without putting water in my mouth. If Peter Obi decide to come out today in any political party, even though my father or my elder brother or my own daughter or my son is contesting, I will support Peter Obi. I have my reason for it. And that is a case for another day. I want every obedient out there to be very, very respectful in our post, in our comment, the way we attack people in a election. 1, those comments, those attacks, those propaganda and lying will destroy the obedient movement without we knowing it. You can quietly support who you want to support. You can post something on your timeline. If it does not favor me, if it does not suit me, I will not repost. There are so many obedient in this place. Even when you post something, they are your friends, they follow you, you follow them, they will not post, even when it has to do with the obedient movement of a thing. So I want it to be a thing of a choice. I'm not trying to force anybody. It's like I'm trying to urge us. I've said it before, a time with 9 number. In a dual election, we are going to divide. We will divide, fight, and scatter. But I want to beg everybody, Anambra election, if you have money to buy ticket and if you know you can influence 1 or 2 person for obedient person to win Anambra state election, We can organize a ticket for you. Come down to Nigeria and campaign in your grassroots, in your local government, in your unit, to make sure an obedient person who have worked, who have labored, who have suffered for it, to make sure you win the governorship election. I also want to remind us, staying here on the social media, trying to influence the outcome of the Edo election will not work. And I will repeat, it won't work. You know why? Edo election, Edo people are one of the most, Edo State is one of the most electorally educated people in Nigeria. We do not vote based on party sentiment. We do not vote based on this is where all of us belongs to. Everybody has his own choice. Like one of the speakers said, Edo people don't like bullying. Edo people don't like being intimidated. I want to give my elder brother, who is not even here today, Barrister Olumide Akpata, his flower. He's competent, he's educated, he has that energy, he has what it takes. But so unfortunately, that the party where he's coming out from has shot themselves in the leg without bringing out somebody, without bringing a candidate from the region that is more favored. Mark my word. Before I started, I mentioned where I come from. A lot of my DM is feed up, people asking me questions. Your post is, you are not here, you are neither there, you are not, where are you? I want to say this loud and clear. He's very, very, very competent. I beg of you, let me use the word obedient present here in this space. Very senior, well-known obedient, which even when I go to bed and sleep, I will know that they will not flip or anything. I know that they put all their 100% energy to make sure Peter Obi won the election. I'm not here to defend Obaseki, but I'm here to present something to you tonight. Maybe it might help you to have a think, or might help you to refrain from the kind of words that you're using, trying to project Akpata to the good people of Edo State. Since democracy returned to Edo State, 1999, then we now have the PDP governor, Lucky Benedict, who ruled from 1999 to 2027. Of our father, late blessed memory, Chief Tony Aneni, was one of the most influential politicians that ever arose from the southern part. Let me just say from the Niger Delta. Then Osumbo came in. Osumbo had issues with Aneni, which is not even official. Let's keep that aside. And the way Osumbo came into power, having a deputy from the Edo side, from the Benin, Oshomole, who was in the AC then, went to court with court litigation, and Osumbo was removed. Osumbo is from Ekpoma. Ekpoma is east and west. It's the first local government you reach when you are just going to the Eastern Edo Central region. So it was removed on that within 9 months after the Court of Appeal judgment. That being said, Oshomole ruled Edo State for good 8 years, having a deputy. Lucky actually have a deputy from Edo North. Have a deputy from Edo North, who later became a chief of staff to Jonathan. Then Oshomole came in. Oshomole also has his own deputy in Edo South, which is the Benin. He has his own deputy in Edo South for good 8 years. So when they finished, the deputy to Oshomole wanted to take over. Oshomole said no. They had fight. I was still working in government as then. They fought here and there. Just like what is playing out now between Obaseki and Shuaibu. That was what played out there. It was even stronger. It was even more furious than this. They had issues, they fight and all that. Oga, please, you go give me time, I beg. Just me 1 minute, please drop your hand first, I beg. You go give me time. So all this said and done, all these regions that I have mentioned, they are not the ones that own Benin. They are not the one that owns Edo State. Edo State is not a family business. It's not a regional thing. It belongs to everybody. Just like Saddam is hosting the space. He decided to give my dear very brother here, Mang, a time to talk, and don't give other people a time not to talk. Or he does not even mind giving other persons Hausas, Igbos, and all that. That is how Edo State is right now. It's totally tensed. When I say tensed, it's totally tensed. Since 1999, Edo Central have never had the opportunity to rule Edo State. Since 1999, Edo Central have never had the opportunity to rule Edo State. Most qualified, most politically influential in Edo State, 85% business in Edo State. Many people are here. My very good brothers from Edo State, they ask all the statisticians. There are statistics regarding that. We invest in these 5 local governments, 7 local government in the capital that people are talking about. When they say Edo South, I begin to wonder, does it mean that it's only Benin people that live in Edo South? No. Esan people, 20 to 30% of Esan people have their infrastructure situated in those 7 local government. So somebody cannot just tell you the bulk vote is coming from Edo South. Like I said, fairness is fairness. Equity is equity. Justice is justice. You can't remove that from the picture. Yeah, Peter Obi will go to Edo and campaign because he want to fulfill all party righteousness. That one will not stop me of supporting Peter Obi with my finance, with my time, with my resources, and otherwise. I will support him anytime, any day. But for me, as a person, to wake up and say I want to support Labour Party candidate, it doesn't mean that he doesn't qualify, but I will not do that. For my own personal reason, for my own interest, for the interest of the Edo people, even the Edo South politicians who are well known in the state are saying, this thing not good for I. You have to go to Edo Central. You have to go. See, if Labour Party have brought somebody else, definitely not Rice Man, because Rice Man brought guns. He brought talks to the feed when Peter Obi was doing election, 2023 general election. But he made a stronger force. I was there. He came. He met me in the feed. So 2 months later, he decamped to Labour Party. I was shocked. So if Labour Party have given that ticket, Oga, hold on. If that Labour Party have given that ticket to somebody else from ASA, you will see me be the first person to come out to say, okay, let divorce be the divorce. We have to move on. But now we are not moving on anywhere. If this want to divide the Obidients in Edo State, let it go on and divide it. I want to repeat myself. If you want to divide Obidient movement in Edo State, let it divide it. Obaseki was a governor in Edo State when Peter Obi won Edo State election. Was Labour Party in government? No. Labour Party was not in government. Obidient won the election in Edo State. Obaseki was a governor. And we should not forget, Obaseki was even the one that amplified Obidient movement in Edo State. I'm not trying to defend his government. I'm not part of his government. I was the one that criticized him up and down. I am not.
But he never gave us the stadium. He never gave us the stadium.
Listen to me.
Please,
don't attack me. Let me finish my statement.
I'm not attacking.
Please. This is violence based, and violence based, we have rules and regulations. As you want to bite him, that's when he said I want to bite. It's my brother. Benjamin is my brother. I want to bite Benjamin too. But please allow him to finish. Please allow him to finish. Then we will have a discussion. I know it's all you warriors. Don't they request Mike? Don't they come up? No, Benjamin is here. He has his views. He has his stance. And one thing you cannot take away from Benjamin that he is an obedient. We all know that. You cannot come out and I can neither one I go hit my chest. See, we all know Benjamin is an obedient. So please allow him to what he want to say. When we are done, we'll now come and he say if you want to scatter obedient men, will scatter. We go first begin scattering for violence place first. Yeah, me and him we go tear pants. Benjamin, you have 2 minutes. Wrap up, sir.
Bekuna, see, thank you, Saddam. Listen, this has nothing to do with me, my own aspiration. I'm no longer contesting. I'm not even, I had the opportunity of going to another smaller political party to campaign just to be on the debate podium, but I didn't do that. I have opportunity of doing people, some three political party gave me a ticket to do that, but I didn't do it because I want to sit down and watch. So I am not trying to defend Obaseki here. When you say he refused to give us a stadium, check on my timeline. I was the one that called Obaseki out. Do you know how I reached out to that government to make sure they give us that stadium? I did several times, and I wrote letters. I can tell you how I used my dad from the palace to make sure Obaseki gave us that stadium, and it didn't work. And I'm not trying to say Obaseki's fault is on his fault. That is his own time. But at the end of the day, Obidient won the state. The major thing here, anybody that will come and tell you, let's forget what happened has happened. Or guy, you cannot tell that man to a market woman that will go and cast this or a vote on election day.
All right, Mr. Benjamin, I think so I've just used a minute to wrap up. I want to turn this conversation right now up. And mostly I'm going to be giving first after we clear the speakers right now. We're about to wrap up the space, but honestly speaking, we'll extend time. We'll extend time for this particular topic because I really don't want a one-sided argument. At the same time, I want us to reach a reasonable conclusion because I really want Edo people like my DMs, people from Edo, are my DMs saying you're not speaking for them. So I want them to also come here and speak to you because the way you've sounded is like, oh no. And I understand the obedient movement that many of us are not from it. I said when I had a solution, I was like, I'm not from Edo State, so I'm not going to speak exclusively or authoritatively like I'm from Edo State. But one thing I will not accept is saying we have to, if it means for the movement to scatter, let the movement scatter. Or saying that, I'm coming, sir. Or saying that the major project of the obedient movement is Anambra State and 2027. No, sir. Edo State is a movement for the obedient movement. It's a project for us. It is our project. It is our project. It is our project. So I will not agree on that one. You can choose to stand on where you want to stand perfectly. I'm not going to come for you. You have your reasons, you have your rights. I do not have a problem with that. I made that solution earlier on. If you're on this space, I said it loud and clear that I also stand and understand the side of the argument of people that say equity, justice, and fairness. I perfectly understand that. But let me tell you one thing that would have trumped it is if APC has presented APC have presented in the presidential election a Adesina, or APC have presented a top candidate. And I'm trying to find someone that I can use now and say that I can.
Can you pause a little bit and come back? You kind of a little bit breaking off. I don't know if it's only me.
Am I not clear enough?
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so if APC have presented a candidate that I know that I don't freaking care. I understand the basics and the sentiments of justice, equity, and fairness. Even Peter Obi said on this thing, do not vote for me because I am an Igbo man. Do not vote for me because I am from the southeast. Even though I know by all right it is our turn. Don't vote for me because of those sentiments. Because at the end of those sentiments do not matter in governance. Will the people of Edo South or Edo Central buy rice differently? Or are the people of Edo Central now driving better roads than people in Edo South? These dynamics are why, and bro, we're in the civilized world. These
God
dynamics,
bless you.
Honestly speaking, I don't think that our generation should be saying these things.
Mr. Saddam.
God bless you, Saddam.
Mr. Saddam, don't take it out of context. Let me rephrase my statement again. I have two balls within my legs, and you should know that if I want to say something, I should say it the way it takes. When I say I have two major projects, what I'm trying to say in the sense that Edo is part of it, but Edo is not the major one that we should that will scatter the obedient movement, because you can see that a lot of us are already having different views and different options and our own preferred candidate. Edo Central does not buy bread cheaper, and Edo South does not buy it more expensive. If you are a politician and if you have actually been following politics apart from being on the management side, on the administrative side of it, you should know that this regional or rotational thing of a politics is like a consciousness that lives within the people. Rotation in politics or rather in government does not just bring peace and unity, bring tranquility to the people in the state. That is one thing I want all of us to understand. I did not say the obedient movement is going to scatter. When I said if we can have a different view in Edo State and reunite in Anambra, that is what I simply means. Now, you cannot say anything that will change my mind and I cannot say anything that will change your mind. I already know who you're supporting. I already know who most of the obedient persons here are supporting. You guys are my brothers and sisters. I will never change that. That will not change. If I have anything that will get from you tomorrow, I will call you. That is the respect I want every obedient to have for each other. It's like when somebody, it's like somebody is coming up to tell me I'm getting married tomorrow. What again? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Bro Benjamin, sorry, sweet child. Bro Benjamin, just hold on, please just stay up here. Let's set the mic to other people.
All right, go on. Go on. I'm here. If anybody have any question for me,
yeah, please,
you can go on. I'm here.
Sweet child, please take it away from here.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been a while. I missed you all, you know. I went on break, but I'm back. Like fully back because of all these plenty things I'm thinking about my state. And before I start, I really want to touch the 3 topics, but I'm going to start with the obedient role in Edo State. And before I start, I would like to let everyone know that I am from East and West, Ekoma Gay. Father and mother from Ekoma. So, we are not doing a Miloko, Benjamin. Benjamin's own submission is a Miloko. It is our turn. It is our turn. It's our turn. And I'm so sorry to bust your
Sorry, my sister, sweet child. If like say, can you hear me? If like say, you go come up for Ghost. As you just enter Ghost, like 6 million people lost from the space. My dear, don't enter. You know they just say, did you pursue me from this space? Sweet child, I forget say you are a bricklayer. I forget say you be blocked, madam. I beg, come down for that place. Come down, eh? Thank you for volunteering. Thank you, my sister. Please. And let me drop you for Ghost. Oh, people never idea we don't lost for this place. Let's say rapture.
Government level, national level, private level, personal level, everything.
Sweet
child, hold on.
Wait. You have caused rapture. Rapture has happened on the violence.
Sister.
See me as sweet child now, twins. Sorry, my sister, please request the mic and come back, eh? Let me bring you up as a normal speaker. No. Please, let me reach out to the people that left the space. Sweet child came in, rapture happened. But before we re-rapture them back to the space, I think we'll have to pass the mic to other people. Who's been here for the longest? Wombolale has spoken, so let's pass the mic to other people. Mr. Kolade, I want to clear people that are not from Edo State. Let me have people that are from Edo State speak out. Then we will now bring the space up for our Edo lights to have it on today. For the next 30 minutes, Switcher, let me bring you back up as a normal speaker. All right, Mr. Kolade, you have the space in 4 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I greet everyone. Let me make this clear. I am not from Edo State, but on top this Edo matter, we all sit down here. So let me make this very clear. People make mistakes. We've made our mistake as obedient in time past, but we will not repeat such mistake, no matter what. Okay? For me, all I was waiting to hear is the contestant, those who participated in the primaries, for them to come and give us a feedback of what happened, what LP did. And for the fact that they came back, these are Edo-lights. They came back and made it clear to us that it was a free, fair, and credible election that brought up a winner. And I don't think we have any justification again. If truly we are obedient and we want to do things that would support what we are building and not things that will bring it down. If truly. So in such situation, then we have no justification or any basis to now say, oh, we will do otherwise, or we're going to support a candidate from a political party that we know, not even just like a random party, but PDP of all parties, the party that ruined the state for good 8 years. Good, not like previous days. This current 8 years, the guy living there is from that evil party. And somebody wants to convince other people to like, oh, we should still support the party. Whatever you like, the party has influence on political affairs or what the government or whatever does. We all keep saying it, everybody knows it. Obedience is the code. Edo is the headquarter of the obedience. And are we now willing to let that headquarter just go for what? For what reason? Please. There are ways things can be settled. For those of us who have or who know key people, go and sit them down now and say, you know what, since things has gone like this, negotiate things out. Negotiate things out. Please, now beg me, come beg people. But on top of this one, please let us do everything to retain Edo. To retain Edo, we need more governors. And aside from needing more governors, this is an avenue for us to speak. This is an avenue for us to speak. This is an avenue for us to speak to the things that we've been preaching. Because this is action time. It is now that we can prove to them that truly we are not just obedient on Twitter. Please, now beg, I come beg. Please. Thank you, I yield.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kalade. Thank you very much. Wonderfully said. Now let me run real quick now to Twitter. Twitter, the cost rapture in this space right now, like 600 people disappeared because you appeared as a co-host. Please stay back down there, your economy. Please don't come up here again.
Let me quickly have this conversation. So, like I said, right? I said I've missed you guys, and those ones that left, apparently I must have blocked them, and they deserve to be blocked. But let me move ahead, right? So, like I said earlier, I'm an ASAN girl, purely ASAN girl. And it's actually very irritating that you have your views and people come under your tweet and say, please leave it for Edo people. You're not an Edo person. Who the fuck are you to tell me I'm not an Edo person? Like, I don't understand. So now let me get back to this whole thing. I remember Benjamin mentioning here, saying that for Anambra State, if let lead be an obedient. So are you telling me that if an obedient comes and says he wants to run under the party, under the umbrella of APC, you're going to support the person because the person is an obedient and probably you feel he has different views. And if he's going to run under APC, we should support him. It's like you don't understand it's like we don't understand what party actually does. Party comes before even candidates. Hope you know. And I keep saying this thing that if Peter Obi decides to leave Labour Party today, right, and goes to another political party, is that political Peter Obi is that I will support whoever that is coming up from there. That's how I'm very, what they call it, I'm so in tune or rather in depth with Peter Obi. So we can't say, I remember on this same Twitter when we had a lot of people coming out to talk about Labour Party, their issues and all that. I never for once came out to say anything. I was just waiting patiently for who Labour Party will bring. Now, how are you going to force obedient that are not members, saying that Labour Party should have done what they call it zoning? And they said, a lot of people have said that Abra was advised do zoning, and Abra said, no, I'm going to put it open. And they put it open, and the best man won. And you see excuses coming, you see different kind of excuses coming up saying that Olumide Akpata paid his way up through. Okay, let's assume he has paid his way up through. The man that you're going to go and support, did he use his urine? Oh, he got sat down. They say, oh, you're a fine handsome black man. Come and take the post. You think he didn't pay his way up there? What are you talking about? This is simple. Actually, when we started campaigning for Peter Obi, who do you think started dragging us even before APC took over? It was same PDP. PDP that don't even have their acts together. PDP that still have Wiki. PDP that still robs what do you call it, the balls of APC is the same person that you want to rule what do you call it, Edo State. This is the same PDP that has ruled Edo State since 1999. I saw someone, I don't know what's his name, whether it's Sibo or something, coming up to say, we will. Are you for real? If you've actually done something so great in Edo State, you shouldn't have said we will. You will come to our city. But this thing, we will, meaning that all through 1999, you've done nothing, and you're coming to come and use we will, please now. Please. And Benjamin, like Saddam has said, nobody is going to scatter what they call it, the obedient movement, especially in Edo State. You and I know how many times we've been on groups, planning, executing, and all that. We will not allow anybody, like you said, you can vote for you, what votes. But you see that you want to come and ensure you divide the movement, we will ensure that will not happen. I'm telling you that. That will not happen. I know I was in someone's DM and I said, I don't like the fact that we're coming at each other. We're insulting each other. We're saying a whole lot, right? Somebody tweeted and said Akpata is probably what Obaseki is supporting Akpata. Do you know how many allegations that Peter Obi had to come out to say no? Do you know how many allegations that PDP came out and said Peter Obi did? And the moment Peter Obi came and said, no, it is not like that. What did we do? Did we move forward? Akpata has come out to say, Obaseki is not behind my political whatever. Let's take it and move on. If you have issues with what is happening, please don't bring it on TL. Have it in your group. A whole lot of us are not LP members. A whole lot of us are just obedient. We're going to support to ensure that we don't have PDP and APC any longer. We have a whole lot to do. In as much as I won't lie to you, anything that happens in different states or happening, I'm not gonna lie, they affect me. I tell you. I'm telling you, it is not. But sometimes I just feel that if I'm going to have my children, because my children have to understand that, yes, Nigerian is home. My parents complain. I'm complaining. My children will complain. I will cost. So now that we're getting things right, we have Alex Otis setting the goal, setting the pace. And you think Olimide will come in and do otherwise? No. You that you're saying that you want Asra because it's from Edo Central. You think if Aspen does one thing and he listens to Wiki, you tweet, you think he's going to answer you? Are you like, it's like you don't know the power that we have. You can't say you're an obedient and you're looking out to go and bring a PDP person to rule your state. We have Monday. Monday is APC and Esama. Why are you not picking him? We have somebody from Accord and Esama. Why are you not picking that person? The truth is that all political parties are the same. But it's fortunately for us that we have Peter Obi in Labour, and we have to push through to ensure that those also coming out from Labour Party get the tickets, and we'll be able to hold them accountable. I remember when they always say that we have Labour Party, Anambra Labour Party, House of Rep. The second term they will not enter, another person will enter. Yes, because they're not doing anything. They're not doing what the people want. They're just there collecting money, collecting salary, and all that. So please, I use God to beg all of us, right? If you have your grievances with Labour Party, please have it in your meeting. A lot of us are not members. We're just here waiting. The moment Labour Party said Akpata is your candidate, it's not like Akpata is even my favorite. It's not. The moment I saw Akpata is my candidate, I said, okay, we have work to do. And that is why you're seeing me on spaces jumping like a frog, left, right, and center, coming out to speak. We are not going to destroy the movement. We're not going to scatter the movement. We'll just ensure that if you want to vote for APC, all well and good, but I will put it to you that Edo is LP. And Edo is not going to just ordinary LP. Edo is going to follow the footsteps of Abia, because as it is now, a whole lot of Edo are already going to collect citizenship, statesmanship from Abia State. Edo State, and it is at the way Edo and oil state will be way better than what it is at the moment. How many companies do we have? We have a lot of our youth. Is it not Amoda that came out and said he will teach us how to do it? Till now, didn't even how to do any chip. How many companies are in Edo State apart from the usual? I'll be wrapping up, right? So I don't know if I should say I use God to beg you people. Please I will not beg you people. I don't beg people. If I put out my views, I don't insult you. Insult me, I insult your father and your mother accordingly, not the ad. So let me move on to the next one, right? We have APC versus Binance. It's very funny how APC just comes out to look for who to blame.
my sister, leave those. I'll go delete that topic now. I want to delete that topic, APC. I want to delete all those topics. Maybe we are already wrapping up this piece. So maybe just say APC and Binance.
Okay, I don't want to say APC not get sense because that's what they do during that time. I'm wrap up. Thank you very much. Edo is LP, whether we like it or not. See here? I'll be coming on places to be singing it. Edo is LP because you know how much we take to
Oh my goodness.
all the plenty talk, all the plenty begging. I turned to a beggar. I don't know to ensure say that Edo State will get LP, my LP zone, LP headquarters, LP everything. You are not saying this. If Peter Obi leaves Edo State, that's when you cannot be saying, okay, probably you can look for another party. As Peter Obi still there Edo State, you see that Edo State, Peter Obi still there LP, see that Edo State is going to be LP. And we will make better than it is, irrespective of who is going to be there. It's not just Esan. We don't want AK Esan man. Even time man, not work well, or waiting on talk. Look at Nigeria. Not be a Miloko, oh, Yoruba man, now Yoruba turn, oh, Yoruba man, the man to say my turn. Look at what we are. Look at what we are facing. At this point, dollar is 1,665 because that's what I was charged on my providence. We are all suffering for all this thing because of Emiloko. Now we have a man that we can actually hold responsible. We have a man that you can call out and say, Akwata Siri, we don't like what you're doing. This. It is not that same Edo State that we have police terrorizing our youth, labeling them also.
My sister, you don't try.
Akwata would definitely be obedient. So please, to my Edo brothers and sisters, let's not make the mistake of Enugu and Imo State, right? We're pushing, we all know it's very obvious. 2027 is almost around the corner. We've already know. So we need to have more states. We need to have more people on our sides because the moment we have, we're taking it. Even this is even the best way to take it because a whole lot of people are suffering and they won't want to hear anything APC or PDP. I yield. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. You're not spoken since like last year. You just combine your submission of last year to this year. You submission of 2025. You just add everything. You made salient points. Honestly speaking, I am standing on that mandate. Please, Mr. Mike, don't be saying, if you don't say they talk say people don't like bully. You just come and wave your hand up and down for here. Me, I don't like bully. You don't come the raise hand up and down. I get a do blood. Don't come the raise hand. I go drop you. I will drop you like a bad habit. Thank you. Raise your hand and respect the other. Huh? Let's go to Re-Ever Best. Re-Ever Best. Re-Ever Best, you're not from Edo. Now you be the Labour Party from Violence Space Labour Party. So Re-Ever Best. I'll come to Re-Ever Best and I'll come to Gospel for Nigeria. Secular to Mr. Mike, the Ezen Nandi, Ogazege. Oh God. Guys, I'm going to wrap up this space, but this conversation is something I really think we really have to. Had even I had known, I would have made sure this space from the beginning, I just obedient to the end. Probably on Tuesday, we'll have that space about this conversation. We'll dedicate one full space to this conversation so everybody can come out and air their views as it takes be. But for right now, please let's try and keep our submission as short as possible because so many people want to speak on this topic. Let us accommodate as much voices as possible. Really, our best, you have the space in 4 minutes. Is it possible, sir? Let us know. Don't greet anybody.
It's not
Don't
possible,
greet anybody.
brother.
Don't greet anybody. Just start talking.
No, I don't agree with any. We'll die here. We'll die. Ah, God. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
I said don't greet
Depending where you're
anybody.
speaking from. Please, I want to thank everyone on this space. I think this topic is one that's very dear to me. Well meaning, I can see your mommy Bolanle, everyone on this space, and not. Twitter, I heard you, and Ogakola. I don't know whether my sweet angel is here. But anyway, let me just go ahead because since I don't have all the time. I remember when this Edo primary election started. I had even wanted to take side. Like somebody
I think that person is from Edo Central. I had already started rooting for that person. If you go back to my tweet, I had already. But some people called me and said, because there are so many people I listen to, like I'm very very loyal to this on this. I can be very stubborn. There are people that will talk to you. You just have to listen to them. And the person called me and said, since you're not from Edo, it's better that you don't take side until a candidate emerges. At least when Edo people choose who they want to, front, then we can support that person. And even though I agreed with that person when the person was telling me, I said, this person reached out to me and said I should do, I said, okay, no problem. So I had to like leave the whole thing until the primary is done. Even that on the primary, if not that I now saw that there was an event in Abuja, I would have gone to it on that day. And I remember after that election, I called Steve because I know Stephen was on ground and said, how is the feeling? This person that emerged, I never even knew that Bata was going to emerge. But I said, how is the feeling? He said, every day, not just that he won, it was a landslide. And the feeling there was like something you can know that this is what the people want. And I said, okay, since they have made their choice, then we have to support. I never that this conversation that we're having now, we're going to be having it. One, Labour Party in the first, I think somebody made that point, left this ticket open. If Labour Party had said we are zoning to Edo Central, it would have been a different ballgame. And there's no way the Labour Party would have done that because Labour Party is like a new kid in the block. And if they zone to Edo Central, that means they have actually shot themselves on the, because it's easier for a party in power to say, oh, want to zone to this place or want to zone to that. It's easier because if those people don't have the numbers, it means that you have to use the incumbent power to negotiate power with them. That is how this thing. So Labour Party is coming into a place. The proper thing for them to do is to make sure that they take a position that they will not put themselves at disadvantage even before the election starts. Now, this election has been done, despite whatever everybody said, it was transparent. As long as it was transparent, somebody has been met. Why not we support that person? I've always, the thing we are, I'm obedient, I'm not Labour Party. So you see, that thing is what, if we don't take time, that is what will destroy this movement. See that idea of, oh, I'm obedient, I'm not Labour Party. That is what would, it will be our greatest undoing if we don't take time. Labour Party has their own problem. Some of you that talk about Labour Party here, some of you that come and talk, you people have not experienced Labour Party firsthand. Some of you that come and talk, Labour Party did this, Labour Party. You people think that some of us that try to defend Labour Party, that we are doing it because maybe we are being paid or something, we are related. Nothing. I've not gained anything from Labour Party. I've been close to that party. I go to the office, I discuss with Abura, I meet everybody. I've not got anything. Even t-shirts. I've gone there. Give me t-shirt. Was there? They didn't give me. When we went to Uyo, when we did Uyo rally, we went from Uyo to Cross River. In short, that night we finished around 5 a.m. Saddam, that was the night you used that Reketi boat to cross Oron River. I've not experienced that before. I don't even know that river was so big. It was like around 5 to 6 o'clock. They said they've closed. We had to hire a boat. Bishop, Jack, Service Culture, Tuesday and so many other people had to. When we go to Calabar, Labour Party people refused us. The hall that wanted to use to have event that day, they refused us. They fought us that night because they felt that we had money. Because some of these people during the election, that is when they get money. So they were waiting that any money that should come to that state for hall or anything should come through them. But they don't know that this thing, we are just doing it with the movement, not that Labour Party has given us money. So they thought that Labour Party they fought us. In short, the hall we are supposed to use, we didn't use that hall. They said we are not going to use that hall until we had to like call people to now say this thing. It also happened in Bayelsa. So when people talk about Labour Party, it's not like some of us who try to defend Labour Party, we've not had experience with it. But these things happen in every political party. There are people in every political party that will be there to cash out, that will be there to be funny and not the rest of them. And that's why I keep saying that until we get into this Labour Party, we cannot spend all the money we spent in Labour Party and you think we should just leave that party. You think we want to use another 1 year, another 2 years to build another party, to begin to go to market, go to church, go to all the places, telling people about, I don't know what would be the logo of that party. All the money we have spent in this, if there's anybody that will leave Labour Party, it is those people doing what they're supposed to do. And that is what we should make sure that anytime we get into that party and change. Having said that, this Edo matter, I think I heard Benjamin. Benjamin, you're somebody I like and I respect you so much. You're a very good person. I pray one day that you have opportunity to take leadership in this country. But I think that statement you made, and so Anambra, I don't really understand. I don't know where that is coming from, because to me it was a put off and it sounded derogatory in the sense that
No, I think
since
I need
Obi
to
is from
correct
Anambra.
that. Sorry, I need to correct that. I just sent them here Let me send them a message. I need to correct that. You guys misunderstood me for that.
No.
I
You
will
shouldn't.
raise
I
my
know, but
statement if I'm given the time.
that's what we should concentrate in Anambra. That's what we should say. Anambra is not a problem. Even if another party is in Anambra, it's not a problem. Obi will win Anambra State any day, anytime. It's not even a problem. We want to have a governor, a candidate from Labour Party in Anambra, but that it's not a problem. Because that's a home state for him. It's a home run. It doesn't matter who is there. But I don't even know why you brought it into the conversation. I think that would have been a better way to, I don't know what you are trying to, put across, but I think that would have been a better way to put it than say our problem should be Anambra. Our problem is everywhere we're supposed to win, whether it's Anambra, whether it's Edo, whether it's Imo, whether it's Abia. It's our problem and we should win it. Do you know that Alex Oti and Ipazu came from the same zone? Alex Oti and Ipazu, they came from the same zone. They are from Ungwa. Both of them are from Ungwa. If Abia State people have said, oh, since the past has ruled, Oti should not rule, what would have happened to that? I don't think there's anybody in Abia State today that will be talking about where Oti came from. What people are talking about today is what that man is doing in Abia State. And I think Abia State people will prefer somebody to come from Oti's family. In short, come from Oti's family to in the next 100 years to continue to rule that state, as long as that person will be, at least we even do more than Governor Oti. Abia State is my maternal home. I think we even 100 years let the person come from, not just the same zone, the same family, the same papa, the same mama. Let Alex Oti's son come and rule again if he's going to do the same thing that the father did. Most times, I think there's somebody that would like say, how will you leave the breast and you want to suck the armpit? I'm sorry to use that language, but I have a professor that usually use that. Say, how will you leave the breast and you want to suck the armpit?
Now, Professor, which polling unit in Mount? Which polling unit?
My brother, but just look at it now. How will somebody leave the breast and want to suck armpit? It's just very pathetic. But anyway, what I'm saying is this: I said that on a lighter note. You know, I said that on a lighter note. Please, the point I'm making is this: Edo. I'm not from Edo, but there are many people here who are from Edo. Me, I'm taking this Edo something personal. I will even go to Edo and stay and campaign. I don't know, but I've not spoken with him. But I know that during the campaign, he did whatever he can do. I know in Lagos, went to Lagos. There was this particular distance polling unit that I've forgotten that estate they cancelled. Abata was there that day with Ake and GRV and all of us. We were like fighting to make sure people came with gun. Abata was there. That was even the first time I saw him like interface with him face to face and not the rest of them. But he has won. A Labour Party. This man is from Edo. Now we say that Edo is the headquarters of Labour Party. Obidients. It's not just the Obidients, but even the Labour Party chairman is from Edo. No matter what anybody will say, the man has his own shortcoming. Let us also remember that PDP also had this chairmanship problem. Wike tried all his best. I think PDP said, no, we are not going to remove this man just because you said we should remove him. Today, this man, he has gone. The chairman, what's his name? Has he not gone? A day will come when, what's his name? The current chairman of Labour Party now, Abure will go. A day will come, we will go. I don't know whether people want us to have two problems now, so that we'll be fighting Papa, I'll be fighting Abure. I think if you just remove Abure, he will not have a way. He will also cause some problem. So let us do this thing the way it should be. The cases are in court. There's mechanism for the party to do what they're supposed to do. So that when the time comes, this man will go. We should be the one that will take over Labour Party. There is no way Obedient movement can exist and be cohesive if we continue to say I'm Labour Party, I'm not Obedient. We must marry these two things together. We must marry it together. There is no way politics is done today that people don't do politics. Even in the US. In the US, there's people they call independent. Those ones they say don't have party. There are also Tea Party, but what you have is Democrat and Republican. Or even though it is that what's they call independent that help to win an election. Anywhere they tilt, the election will be won. But in Nigeria, it's not like that because we don't have ideology in this country. We should actually be the ideology of the Nigerian politics. Make sure that we create situations that will be favorable to us. The reason why people are saying the time to win 2027 is now. These are some of the mechanisms we have to put in place. We don't have to go to a door that is our headquarters. We'll not be depending on PDP governor to give us a venue. And I know some of you that come here and say, oh, you're obedient. By the time you, God forbid, put these people you want to put, you cannot go there again. You're not regretting. If I had known, I wouldn't have voted this person. Politics is not religion. It's not going to church. It's not this.
politics is politics, and there is a part of politics that all of us should come to terms with and play. And we should know that the people who play this politics with are going to be human beings that have fault. People talk about P2B. You're not going to be having P2B across board, though. P2B is just an exceptional person. You're not going to have him. Don't be looking at him and say you want somebody like P2B. You might not get somebody like P2B. There are not so many in this country. So we are going to use human beings that at the end of the day, they are going to have check and balances. What checks people is the laws. It is the laws that you put in place that check people. And when we have a party that will put mechanism in place, those mechanisms will check the people, the excesses of those people. Let me round up with this. Please, Edo people, I beg on. 8 years, 4 years is not the end of this world. Edo Central or Edo South, you will get whatever you want. If Labour Party, like somebody said, you must first of all have power or have a country or a state before you think on how best to run it. We must get into a Sadebe house before we can know how best to run Edo State. And I know this man that have ideas, somebody that we can call to order is the best choice that we have. I know I understand the sentiment and the cry of people from Edo Central. I can hear it. But I know besides a human being coming from your side, what you need most is development. I want to say that again. Beyond a human being coming from your place to go to Sadebe, what you need very much, what the market woman, what the ordinary person needs is development. That is what is bigger. And if we have a candidate that will give us that development, whether it's not from Edo Center, I think we'll be better off. But I pray that we'll get this power and be able to be in a position to zone that power to wherever we should zone it. So that is the point I want to make. I want to thank everyone on this space.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you. Well, really my best. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, please. Thank you. I will thank them for you, please. Thank you, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Madam
Canadian, please, I will thank you on his behalf. At the end of the space, I'll do that.
No, sweet Njenje, please.
Really my best. If you omit the market, you will see yourself in abyss. You know, if you say abyss, and then you see yourself. Thank you very much. You made exactly what I've been saying here. Beyond where the person comes from, what everybody craves for is good governance. Remember that market woman I was saying, Peter Obi a good man, but now the turn of Tinubu, they have carried Mike back to that market woman, and she's crying and screaming. Now, oh, had that been I know I for vote Peter Obi. I know say good. We should grow above such politics, please, our people. Not just nationally, in our local politics. It should be entrenched inside to your class rep, to your house, to your anywhere you find yourself. Please, competence first. Because it's competence that will save you on the day bad governance will rise against you. I repeat, competence will save you on the day bad governance with what? Rise against you. Let's pass on the mic. Thank you very much. Really have our best, my brother. Let's just move on real quick. Let me bring somebody from Edo. Please, we'll do this in 3 minutes each. St. Knight. Okay, we have to take a lady first. Yeah, for really have our best girlfriend. God's will for Nigeria. It's tough to stand near each other. So this is a match made in heaven. Really have our best. We need after Edo elections. We need jingle bells. God's will for English. Please blow us away with your English. Thank you.
Saddam, you're looking for trouble. We're here to make trouble this evening. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, everyone. Bolale, Ekalema. Greetings, everybody. Okay, straight to the point. This space is very, is listened to by so many people. There are different channels. So for everything we say here, we must be very, we must be very straight and let our audience understand what we stand for. I want to make a parable in my place from my side, and I will interpret. Orobone, anirede shegbero hoho, berigere, orobenuna, oyiwoke sienu, okitorobuto, kowarakewe. Interpretation. It said when trees falls on each other, blocking the road. You start by removing the one on top, one after the other, and then you get to the down one and remove it with ease. But when you want smart, go start to the jack the one when it dig ground, your waist go break, nothing they happen. You go just stay there, they look you. And that's the situation we are in right now. In Nigeria currently, even the so-called news, if you ask them right now, everybody just wants somebody that can do the right thing. Provide, as in, give lights, good roads, as in Medicare, as in, put the right things in place. We don't even care where you are from. I remember some time ago, P Square and some persons, I think Sheon or something, this fella's son, they had an argument. And the P Square told him, he said, if you had brought Osibanjo and then let Rochas or Korocha or Kinikon comes out from my side, I will, hey, beautiful, Ochizwakalu, I will see Banjo because I know that one gets sense. It will deliver past those other ones that won't come on my side. So right now, you don't get who my papa help, or my mama help, or my brother help, or my sister help. You don't get who anybody help. Now who don't get track record? Now who we know say we go feel drag. I remember this was how we did during Enugu State. I remember how some of us were on space, were shouting on the mandate of LP, PO we stand, on the mandate. That was how we lost Enugu. I can't believe we're going through that same route again. I can't believe that, especially at this time that we are doing a Milokon that everybody is suffering. Agbadorians are crying all over the TL like cat children, and they were still doing a Milokon. I don't understand. I never talked about this Edo State thing before. To be very honest, it is Steve that is my candidate. Steve, he was my candidate. But as he not gonna come out, I just relax. But when I can't see Olumide Akpata, I was like, God. I remember seeing this man as the president of NBA. I saw him visit his fellow colleagues in the north. I'm trying to bring everybody together. This is the kind of person we want. This is the kind of now. So please, and please. My network is even trying to chase me off already. Whatever your grievances are, whatever you have in your mind, please drop it and let's follow this man and make sure. Oh my God, I'm off. Can anyone still hear me, please?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Let's do it and make sure it works so that we can at least get another Alex team now. Kilo day. Are we not tired of darkness? We never tired of potholes. The other day I was going to Delta State. I did see well for roads in our road, federal roads for that matter. Please, we can do this. Okay, Nigerians are suffering right now and we need people that can help us out. Thank you very much. I yield.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you very much. All right, let's go real quick. St. Mike's. I think this is Edo. This is Edo. St. Knight, you have the space, please, in 3 minutes, please. Not Mike. St. Knight. Mike, if you unmute your mic one more time, please.
Eguatuo, pardon.
Eguatuo, my brother. Fire on.
For the estate, I'm from Edo South. In fact, there's nothing like Edo is one. There's not like Asia and this thing. In my place, I grew up in New Benin. In my father's house in New Benin, we have Asian people. I'm in Lagos. I stay for Egbeda. I'm with more than 20 Asian people. I'm really a dope boy there, but not like say this one, Uromi, this one, this one. We don't have that. We don't have something like those tribalism. I grew up in Umonde. In my village, people from a banker used to come. They stay, call it by melody. We don't have those things. I don't know the people that is bringing this agenda. This thing. We don't have it. I beg. We are one. We don't have it. We don't have it. From Ugbo, University of Benin to Owo, it's not up to 45 minutes. That's why they call it Ugbo Owo, the Owo People's Farm. So we don't have it. We don't have it. New Benin, Efe Street, Yoruba Street. We are together. I was born in dancing, so as I mentioned, the people when they hear now, we know say yes. We don't have it. Not like this one. Already no. We don't have it. We don't have it. Please, Mama, you should not bring this I beg. Now we don't have it. We don't have it. If it was good, from Benin City to Ekbuma, and then they didn't fix it. It was the Minister of Works, Michael Olomeme. Which road it was. So we don't have it. If we don't have from region, you know, go do am. It made young for Kada Road, you know, dollars and reach this thing. So no, we not get down. Who go walk. So Osagbovo Akbata is our candidate. I hit my mic.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's straight to the point. Go real quick. All right, Mike, you have to speak. Who is that? Please, if you come up here and you don't, please, Omon. Okay, you're not used to this space. On this space, if you come up, please request for the mic and you have the chance, you unmute without time, you see yourself in abyss. Thank you. Please, Mr. Mike.
Saddam, that's where you define. You go see him. You know, say na night.
Now I need reach my turn now. See, I be a dope boy by association. If you tell me how you go speak, don't go.
Okay. And I see every obedient make a do be your headquarters. I invite all of una now. Chop anything choppable. See, I mean now waiting Benjamin talk. Now make me come to this space. And for every obedient that don't want to play by the rules, you should learn how to play by the rules. You go there, hear Saddam Bell. You go still continue. Blah, 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 blah. There's autocracy in you. Autocracy there in you. If we leave you, you go force things down our throat where we don't like. And you say you'll be obedient. You can't even play by simple rules. When your time don't over, you stop. But you don't agree. I stop.
Okay, will you talk now? You continue talking.
So it's leadership by example. See, Benjamin, my brother, calm down. If you are looking for the real obedient, me where they here like this, now me traverse the entire senatorial district for Edo. My papa na Benin. He can't settle for Esan West for Ekpoma. Because now very close to Ali, where they build that university. Now there you see my mama. My grandmama, that's the one where born my papa from Idumebo, Esan West, Idumebo. My mama, now from Edo North, from Akoko Edo. You don't see saying I don't traverse the entire 3 senatorial district. Olumide Akpata Osaibovo, now our guy. Benjamin, calm down. For the very first time, we are part of what is bigger than us. Let us see the bigger picture. Akpata will spread development across the 3 senatorial districts. Anybody when want collect the title of say na Esan governor, we are more than happy to do a very good gold chain, customize them, and put the title for her. Make it the wearer for neck because he want Esan governor. See, we understand that this political calculation in Edo State never favor Esan. Of course, I am concerned. But as it stands now, Benjamin, my brother, the thing where you talk, where pay me, where you say, when I make a request, Michael, you said, and this space is recorded, you said, if not this thing goes scatter obedience for Edo State, make it scatter, my brother, na lie. Obedience, no, they scatter, go anywhere. You they hear me? We know we see Oba no they go transfer. We dey here. This election where they come, we understand that. See, the political calculation, the dangerous game where PDP they play. When they want to throw Obaseki out, when they run hater, Obedient dey into the picture before. make I ask you. Because we know they into the picture before. We just come in, can't disrupt the entire political status quo. And not before only Edo State. You don't see many people who fall victim to this movement. This movement is bigger and is greater than anybody. They get this thing into our head sometimes. And you see how strong this sentiment, this attachment, this ethnic attachment. You see how this thing, you go say for North that they do one. See, okay, I just stop here because I go all the energy when I get. I don't use the word for grassroots, but OT no go be orphan again. We need to give our brother. Person born one pikin, you go leave one pikin, you go leave one pikin. Your wife no go tell you make you give another pikin joiner. I mean you go born one pikin, you go leave her there. Only only teddy bear you go give her. Teddy bear be like brother or sister. OT need brother, and don't go give her. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother Mike. I think let me bring one more speaker. That I have to give Benjamin the right of reply. Just reply. His name has been called many times, but he wants to really straighten up some. Probably from the way he spoke, he did not come out well. And many of us might misunderstand what he said here, but I think he has the right as one of us to also clarify what he meant. Justice, if you wave your hands again for me. If you don't know under Tinubu, I drink Garina, I drink since. My they pay me. If you just wave your hand again, I will just you see yourself abyss. Because of that, let me go to my uncle. Yeah, I wanted to call you, but let me go to my uncle. Uncle Zege, longest time, sir.
Good morning. No, if it's okay, it's 10 minutes more for good morning. Good day, everybody. Since the time is not plenty, I would like to explain this thing properly to everybody listening. I know, say everybody, both APC and PDP, are listening to us, but I wanted to break it down in such a way. Sada, just give me extra 1 minute. Just give me five minutes. I beg you, please. Let me rush it as fast as I can. I want you all to start understanding and appreciating that when Obaseki was running around looking for PDP tickets, he did not remember that Esola never be governor. He was looking for himself. He practically begged Wike to give him that ticket, and somebody was forced to step down for him to get it. All of a sudden, they now sold a strategy to everybody that Edo Central will collect it. If you ask Philip Shuaibu, he will tell you that's why they've been trying to frustrate him, because they didn't want it to go to him. The strategy is a PDP strategy. It is not for all parties. But many people in Edo have keyed into it. I do not blame my Oga Benjamin. I know he's from the Central, and he would love for it to come to his place. But you see, the reality on ground is that good leadership surmounts partisan leadership. If Asue Ighodalo, that's I blame, if Asue Ighodalo goes into power, I can assure you, Benjamin, as I'm sitting down here, you will never see his office. I can assure you, you will be inconsequential in the system. I'm not saying that you're not important, but I can assure you that time they will tell you which party is in power. Now, one thing I want all of us to understand is that they have thrown their key what they call the key points on how to win the election. And many people in Edo have keyed into it. We have the opportunity to unkey it also. And to the grace of God, to the glory of God, to the glory of God, God has given us a reference point. Anybody from Edo would love to have 24 hours light. Anybody from Edo will love to have good roads. Anybody from Edo will love to have good policies that's pushing them and making sure that the land is developing well. You have OT as a reference point. P2B told us that the bread in Edo North, South, or Middle will not change if we have bad government. But if we have good government, the price will change. Sell Olumide. Sell Olumide. Let us counter their narrative. They know what they are holding on is. Let me explain to you. They have given you 24 years of APC and PDP they do. Is the rear view mirror a better picture? Why don't you look at a scenario in which you are giving somebody new light, giving you new administration? It's time to change. That's the logos that Edo should use. It's time to change. Madam, I wanted 5 minutes. This is 3. No problem. I will hang on. Let me respect your space. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is okay. Just that we have
Now she write bell. Now she write bell. You dey read for everybody. This night she write bell.
You don't see yourself. You see, we go see yourself now for over this thing. Make I send you go over palace. Tell over Topaye why the respect. Say you misbehaved and we sent you to go and sweep the palace for 1 week. That's what you want me to do now. Thank you. Uncle Zeke, just that we have passed, our space is now till 11 o'clock and we have gone 1 hour above just because of Edo. So I just want to make sure that everybody can speak and wrap up the space. On Tuesday, this space, whatever, if let Tinubu carry dollar reach 6 million, we'll come here for Edo. On Tuesday will be Edo because my DMs is a mess. The request section, people want to speak about Edo, but please, guys, let's wrap up the speakers up here. Tuesday we'll be back here. We'll have this discussion, our obedient role in Edo, and how we will start mobilizing vis-a-vis Apata going forward. All right, let me go on real quick. Justice, just let me bring you in right now. You have for waving your hands, you have 2.5 minutes.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak, even if it's for 1 minute. It's good the Edo and party in Edo State. I honestly do not want to share an opinion that he is not the right candidate. The Barrister Apata, and that for the reasons of zoning, Emir Saddam, that we should leave somebody that we know we do. Look at Abia State now is a beauty. Abia State is a reference point. Abia State is a consolation that even in chaos, there can be order. Emir Saddam, even in Balablu, there can be light. Please, Edo people, don't fall for zoning. Zoning is the twin brother of nepotism. And nepotism, over the years, anywhere around the world, brings nobody any collective good. Everybody knows this. Check everywhere. As Buhari do all the nepotism finish, has poverty left the north? No. Are we buying bread cheaper in the north? No. Are they buying fuel cheaper in the north? No. We are back to a milocom of Esan and what have you in Edo State. Please, I don't want to get angry over this. Labour Party has made a decision. They threw the party ticket open and somebody won in a landslide. In fact, it's not even a landslide. This should be an ocean wave. He won. The generality of the delegates across the state, it wasn't in Esan, neither was it in Edo South. He won the viewpoint of the generality of Edo. This is the real democracy we're talking about. So anybody that comes on my timeline, to tell me otherwise, yes, it's a democracy and you have your opinion, but please do not gaslight us. We are up for good governance. We have a reference point now in Abia State. For goodness sake, we have a reference point. If we never had a reference point, we'll say, okay, for goodness sake. Now, good market, they sell itself. We're selling something now to Edolites, and we know. That is why we even call them the headquarters of the Obedient movement, because they are widely traveled, they are widely read, very intelligent group of people. So please, Apata is the way forward. Thank you very much. I use the mic. The criminal drug baron will not succeed. Everybody knows that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. All right. I think for the right of reply, let me give Benjamin a minute. Brother Benjamin, you have a minute to probably just clarify yourself in your earlier speech. I know a minute is not enough, but I just please if you could just help us in a minute.
Thank you. Thanks, Adam. That will be enough. I've listened to everybody. Like I said here before, I just want to quickly touch on the area of the Anambra State that I mentioned. I never said Anambra State is going to be a contest, like if it's going to be a major project for us. I said it's something all of us need to concentrate on. Edo State is also important, not like most of us are taking it. I'm not saying Obidient movement is going to scatter. Nothing will scatter us. There are a lot of folks here who are having different opinion in Edo State election. All I am asking, all I'm urging, I'm begging every Obidient, we should learn to respect each other's decision. I might have my own. People should not be afraid of what I'm saying. People should not be afraid of who I'm supporting. People should be afraid of Labour Party members in Edo State. That is just the truth. You saw what play out in Bayelsa. You saw what play out in Imo State. So it's not Benjamin. It's not me that will. I'm only entitled to my one vote. Maybe go back to my community, also talk to people in my community, and that's all. We are not going to scatter in. I'm not saying the Obidient movement is going to scatter. What that simply means in the sense that in Edo State, we're going to have a different opinion, and we should learn to respect each other's opinion. Thank you, and God bless you. Good night.
Thank you very much, my brother. Take you. Well noted. Thank you. All right, let's go real quick. Non-conformist. I'll bring you in. Then Azen Nandi. Then wrap up Bombolali. That order. Thank you. Non-conformist have this 3 minutes, my brother.
Okay, Ememia, Saddam, I greet you. Good morning, good evening, everybody. See, this thing, in my own opinion, I think this is the easiest election for LP to win. And I'll state it. I'll state why. All Olumide needs to do, Akpata, do a proper grassroots camp. You see, no matter what you want to do, you see that north of those states, Oshomole is a PDP, APC, let them slug it out in the central. He is from the south. He knows how to talk to his people. All he needs to do is talk to those guys who don't have tribal sentiments, like a couple of people. You know, these are the votes I feel like he needs to talk to, the young people of that state who literally sparked up the NSAS protest. These are the people he needs to talk to. I keep saying it. If we don't learn lessons, we will keep making mistakes. We did this thing in Enugu State. We won almost all the senatorial seats, one House of Assembly. We got to governor. People started saying, now where is Frank Weke today? All the challenges people are facing in Enugu State, how many of them does he come out to address? He has gone back to wherever he came from. But guess what? We've lost that state. The same thing happened in Imo State. Many people don't know. Hope Uzodinma is from Okigwe zone. Rochas, who was the immediate past governor, is also from Okigwe zone. Guess what?
No, sorry, sir. Sorry. Point of correction, sir. Opuzodinma is Olu zone.
Sorry,
And same
Olu
is
zone.
Rochas.
Sorry, yes. Thanks for that correction. Yeah, it's from Olu.
Carry
Because
on.
Hope Uzodinma is from my village, actually. Yes, thank you for that correction. So what I'm trying to say is there was what's his name now? The PDP guy that's the Supreme Court threw out. The point I'm trying to make is if we keep talking about is my people, see what is happening in Imo State today. That guy was there for a couple of months and then we saw the great things he did. Look at what Opposite is doing in Imo State today. Please, Edo people, I am begging you in the name of God Almighty. Look out someone who stood with us when we were being intimidated in a lot of places. Look at someone who literally changed the NBA for what it used to be, where some people felt they were the owners of the organization. So the point of the whole matter is this whole tribalism thing will not. And in my opinion, if Olumide does a good campaign and we back him, this is the easiest election for him to win. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's bring Mombolali, then I'll wrap up with Azen Nandi. Mombolali, the hands are up. Please, if you could do it in a minute,
Yeah, no. I'm gonna rush through. I just wanted to make one point. The only reason why Obaseki wasn't successful at rigging in during the presidential election, right, was because the Obidients were not divided. You all were together, you worked together, you stood together, right? But this one, where you want to be bringing division, right? Nobody, if it was that, why did he go to PDP? PDP, you cannot now say that. So PDP has messed up. Yes, we've heard people say it over and over again, right? PDP has not done anything for Edo State as a whole. But you want to do a Milocon, it's where it will not end well. It will so not end well. And please, Edo State is the headquarters of the Obedient movement. This thing that you people are doing and saying it won't split the Obedient movement, think and well, because you're putting too much work to ensure that the grassroots, everything was standing gidigba, right? If you love Peter Obi, right, and he has made it very clear very recently that he's not leaving Labour Party. As much as I do not like some of a whole lot of the things that Aburi has been doing, right? I hate his lack of transparency and all the rest of it. However, if Peter Obi say, now here he go sit, me too, I am sitting with him. And so should it be. You cannot say because this, I will go against Peter Obi's candidate. Then I'm telling you, you're not obedient. I'm afraid you're not obedient. That said, that's what I didn't really need to say about that. But I put it on the Jumbotron. A couple of weeks ago, we had a space for the deco, right? And I see like behind the scenes, they're really cooking stuff. There's so much that they want to do, but they need the numbers. They need vibrancy. Actually, they actually want Obidients to move in and take over from the old guard, right? And use it as a pressure group, along with every other thing that we're doing, right? Please join them. I've put the link on the Jumbotron. And also, please follow their handle. When they're releasing their communiques and their white papers and whatnot, they need it spread. And Obedience, you know how we've been now. So yeah, that's what I came up to say. Thank you, I yield.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. All right, let's go on with my brother Ezim Namdi. I think we'll call it wrap. Okay. Ezim Namdi, sorry, please. Let me just Big Mac came up real quick. I don't know if I want to say something in a minute. All right, Ezim Namdi, let's go on.
Okay, yeah, Saddam, I'll try and rush through it. But Saddam, you know that I am a living testimony of the pain and agony people like Benjamin put us through now in Enugu State. And I came in purposely because of the way Benjamin spoke. And I want to make it clear. I left the PDP family not because it was the turn of Southeast, but I left PDP because a new breed, a man, a saint, came and presented himself and said I should go and verify. There was never anything. Real Ever Best is here on this space. He can tell you, Saddam, there are things I don't come to on space to say. How rooted my family is in the PDP. I know the enemies I have today. If I tell you people who is my uncle in PDP, a lot of you people will be shocked on this space. But I stood against it because a man said, do not vote for me because I'm from this place. Vote for me. And then when I came on space on Twitter, I was shocked that people like Saddam were meaning Mommy Balale are still citizens of this country. And I decided to join the movement. No turn, whether you are from Southeast, could have separated me from Atiku's money. Because I cannot be doing my turn and leave Atiku's money. It's not possible. After God is money. If you don't know it today. In fact, some people choose money before God. But I want to tell you, immediately after God is money. If Peter Obi could separate me from Atiku's money, it was just based on competence, not on turn. What is your turn? Your turn. Let me tell you people, Zoning in Nigeria was built on the prospect of chop, make I chop. There is nothing competent about zoning. If you don't know it today. Zoning is something our political godfathers. And that mentality is a shame that people like Benjamin have swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. That no matter where they travel to in this world, no matter the kind of civilization they meet, that ideology is living in them and it will never leave them. We fought against Tinubu because of a Milokon. But today, we want to cry now that it is our turn and then put competence in the back seat. Well, let us continue. But you will be shocked tomorrow. People like me, as you are proud to come here and say that you vote PDP, I will form Obidient APC. And I will stand on it with my full chest. Because come 2027, if I miss the money, if I miss the power, I will not miss the money. As all of us want grace, if I miss that power, I will miss the money. Because we cannot continue like this as a movement. You hide under your tribe, your clan, and come and say that nobody, if you like, let you die. Nobody can convince you. Nope, I'm not interested in convincing you. If you want to vote PDP, that is your business. But what I want to tell you people on this space today, I did not join the Obidient movement because it was the turn of the Southeast. I joined the Obidient movement because it was a movement built on competence. I could not leave money to join this movement, to come back today and hear some people come here to tell me that I left money to join because it is the turn of my turn. It is the turn of my people. Well, as I yield, I want to speak to Obidients in this house. Alex Oti won the election. If you listen to him during the whole campaign, his Abba is not his zone, no? But almost all the campaign he has, 90% of what Alex Oti campaigned on was all Abba. But do you, Alex Oti won election to his Abba? He didn't start from his zone, no? 90 or 100% of what he has done is Abba. Abba is the place now that has 24 hours light, not the entire Abia state, so you don't misunderstand it. His zone, I don't even think they are still under EEDC. I don't think they have up to 4 or 5 hours light in a day. But Abba, that is not his zone, is enjoying today. And then somebody is coming here to advertise PDP and tell me after we have the likes of canker worms like Wike and their likes, Obasieke, that today the whole development, the whole money of Edo State is hidden inside his nose. A man who grows only in his nose, that is the party. Somebody came here to tell me that you are going to support it because it is the turn of your clan. Now, Saddam, you see the likes of Benjamin. By the time they push Edo into what they want to push Edo into now. You will not see them condemned as their tribe man. No? All the Obidient PDP people, till today. Now, let me now shock you. The PDP governor is from Nkanu East. He came, immediately he won. Where he started his wickedness from is from his place first. He has collected all the land of his people because their land is very costly. Because of the pledge he made to Fulani herdsmen in Abuja, he has first of all collected their land and he's donated the land of his people to Fulani herdsmen. I don't want to talk about the taxes. Today, I would have preferred that Tinubu is the governor of Enugu State because Enugu State is suffering 3 Tinubus, 1 at the presidency and 2 at the states. The man is taxing all taxable. If you enter the market, you pay. You come out of the market, you pay. You carry pure water, you pay. You own a shop, you pay. Tipper, you pay. Sand, you pay. Everything. If you buy from supermarket, I'm yielding now to Saddam, you pay. Now, demolition everywhere. Nothing is going on. Fraud everywhere. The Obidient PDPs, like the Benjamins that defended their tribe, have now refused. I know one of them. I just don't want to call him out here. But you know him, Saddam. I came to your DM and I sent it to you. All of them now, they are no longer speaking. No? None of them is calling out their tribe man. That is where you will see that let my tribe rule is chop, make I chop. It is built on corruption. It is built on wickedness. Forget whatever you're hiding it under. It is total deceit. Because till today, the Obidient PDP have refused to call out their tribe man. When Benjamin pushed Edo into what they want to push them into now, Edo, you will be our brothers. Me, I'm even looking for people that will complain with me like this. I'm complaining on space. So by tomorrow, I will have partners. So by the time he push you into that thing that he will never change, nobody will ever change his mind, and poison your mind, you enter into the trouble that I'm suffering now. My brother, you will learn, and you will learn the hard way. Thank you very much, Andai.
Thank you very much. It's been an amazing space. Oh my goodness. Oh, God bless you, my brother. He said, those money is hidden in Obaseki's nose. Please. Oh my God. Obedience. Now why do I hate to not have this? Not no good. All right, guys, thank you very much. I think I've come to the end of another space. It's unfortunate, though. That's how we have to do. We have to wrap up this space. I really wish everybody can speak, but unfortunately, we can't bring everybody to speak up here today. But please, and please, we'll be back here on Tuesday. God willing, on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, we'll be back here again. And I am saying this right now on this space, I will be dedicating Tuesday space to Edo, Obidient role in Edo. We have to probably reminisce and remind ourselves of what we have been through, because you see, I always say this, the greatest problem we have as a people, not just as a movement, as Nigerians, is that we have a very short memory span. We forget so quick, and that's why these politicians understand that we can always use these people, because in 3 months' time they'll forget. In fact, we move on so quick, and that's why they always recycle themselves. That you say criminal tomorrow, today, in the next 5 years, he go and refurbish himself, and he comes out, and people will start keep cheering for him. So we have to probably on Tuesday we'll back here again, talk on these same issues. Have more people speak. Edo people in particular. Please reach out to me. Reach out to us on Tuesday. We'll have that space. Let's hear diverse views. And as I said earlier on, please do not look down or discount what these people from the other side are saying when it comes to equity, justice, and fairness, as they say. I'm not going to talk down on them. All I'm going to say is I want us to present a superior argument. I think everything we are saying here, everybody's going to, at the end of the day, it boils down to who has a superior argument. And for me, I will always say that competence outplay any other perimeter when it comes to governance. Competence is the epitome of governance. When you meet a competent person, wherever the person is coming from, whoever the person represents, whatever the person worships, or whatever the person speaks, if that person is competent, that person will deliver the goods. And that's what we should be looking out for. So, but please, guys, we'll be back here on Tuesday. I see everyone that cannot come up to speak. I beg, so many of my favorite people are up here requesting the mic, and I can't bring them up. Please don't take it to heart. My brother Welmi Nigeria, thank you so much for standing with us also again today. Thank you so much, Bola and the wonderful submission as usual. Non-conformists, thank you so much. Thames, I see you, Mr. Williams, Tosin, my brother, thank you so much. Omon, thank you, Sonny. Daniela, Sir Bright, Chisom, Chidi, I see my sister Spotlight, I see my sister Pearls, Mr. Steven, my brother Jimmy, it's good to have you here. The real Omezia, real ever best, Omega X, the sweet angel of the real ever best fame, my sister Nello, Dr. Mary White, sweet angel, Mommy Anka Dede, Honorable Ada, Mazi, okay, thank you so much, Njenje TV. This space, guys, big shout out to Njenje. Njenje, I've been streaming our spaces for the past couple of weeks right now. All our spaces back to back. You can get them on Njenje. Also on the Violence Space. Big shout out to all of you listening to us on the Violence Space YouTube channel, from the Violence Space radio station, from the Violence Space Facebook channel. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Hey, Franny, God's Will for Nigeria, Polonium, Dr. Bankole, Mama Wakiri, Justice, Oluwadamilari, Olawaski, Naomi, Dr. Hekena, Biruki, Dr. AI, so many doctors in the building, Dr. Olu, Gladys, Hyacinth, Otumba DK, Tony, Mr. Zege, Osemo, Amoda, Shrubs, Prince, Mr. Waleri, Vinoski, my sister, Seyon Hundei, Chulo, Duchess of Duchess of Houghton, Mr. Mike, Emmanuel Ajali, Larry, Mr. Ken, Mugzi, my big brother. Thank you so much, Foye. Thank you guys. I'm just trying to remember all the names. Juela, thank you so much. My Karimba Bonnie, I see you in the building. Thank you, Uzamaka. Dr. Talata. Guys, I can't call all the names, but from the bottom of my heart, it's all love and light. We see you all. The violence, please. I call you guys the Violenzas. We are the Violenzas. Thank you so much for always coming out to these rooms with us. Thank you for the interactive conversations. Thank you for standing up for a Nigeria that we believe is possible. Let us keep fighting for what is right. And always remember, criminality does not pay. And in due season, Nigerians will stand up for what is right. God bless you all. I remember your guy, Emir Saddam. We'll be back here, same station, same time, Tuesday next week. Have a great weekend ahead. God bless you all. Good night and stay safe.